Iyo Squad, we ready. Come on.
Hello. What's up with the franchise? What's up with the franchise? We are fresh off of SummerSlam night one to what I believe was a great show overall together. Of course, we got the CEO of the brand, the son Maurice, Mr. Salmon himself, fresh cut and all. And then we also got our boy Ayo Steph with his very own faction, the Ayo Squad, Larry and Brandon pulling through to give their opinions, thoughts, and all that on SummerSlam. Now, since we got special guests in here today, we are going to cut straight to the meat and the potatoes of the night and the match that I believe stole the show. Cody Rhodes, CM Punk. Let me hear those opinions on that. Let's start off with the guests with the AO squad. What's y'all opinions on that Cody Rhodes CM Punk match, man?
Cody CM Punk, I'll kick it off. Cody CM Punk, it was great, honestly. One of Cody's best matches in the WWE since he's returned. It's something that solidified. I didn't even watch this full match, so me saying it's great means a lot more than you think it means. Punk is solidified in my top 10. He kind of really was already knocking at that door for me. But old man Punk, I've said this before and I'll say it again. He's starting to really remind me of like Shawn Michaels at this point. Like if I had to parallel him to somebody, how Michaels went away, comes back with and has another amazing run that some people can even argue is better than the original. And I don't think Punk's is that level, but Punk has been cooking as this old man Punk character. There's some spots that I wish he didn't do today because I didn't think it necessarily required it. But Punk is absolutely 110% cooking. Cody, 110% cooking. I don't know what this could mean for the future of Cody. Could mean a lot of stuff. He got caused by Randy. I don't know why nobody was expecting Randy. I popped for Randy. I really did. I was very much confused.
Everybody popped for Randy over here.
But like, bro,
it was loud.
It was live. My man gave me a little wink and then he rolled out. He gave the wink to me specifically. But yeah, chill. But like, you know, I'm very excited for what comes next. I'm very much excited for what comes next. Somebody else, go ahead.
All right, then. Let me hear from Brandon or Larry, man. Get your first takes up here, man.
All right, since we're talking about Cody and Punk, my whole thought about this whole match was Reese is always wrong. Reese is always wrong. That is because Reese is a valid Cody hater.
Yes.
And Reese metrics on matches is always, where's the story? I want to know where this is going. This whole match was about Punk's leg. So Reese,
Cody's shoulder.
Oh yeah, Cody's shoulder. I didn't care about Cody's shoulder, but Punk's leg. But
it was his left hand. But yeah.
And this is what the match was about. So Reese, I don't want to hear no complaints about this match at all. Nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear you complain about Cody. I don't want to hear you complain about Punk. That is it. That is all I have to say. Reese, if you complain one time, just once, say something good throughout the whole match. Nothing bad.
Y'all see why I brought Larry along. Larry been waiting for a minute.
That's
passion.
That's what.
Oh, we got the world heavyweight champion, Big Brandon. Let me hear it, man. Let me hear it.
Listen, speaking of champions, first of all, that was the correct decision. CM Punk should have won.
Yes,
that was a correct decision. Listen, Cody is much better as a chaser than he is as champion. I think we all know that. Yes. I don't have too many problems with this match. Really, I have a couple problems, but I'm going to get to that later. Cody, this is, in my opinion, a top 5 match since he's come back under his repertoire. Borderline top 3 since he's come back. CM Punk, I think Steph made this parallel, and I think it's 100% valid. This is the older Shawn Michaels. This is a seasoned CM Punk who knows what he's doing. He's having great matches. He hasn't really had a bad match since he's come back, in my opinion. Like at this,
that don't count. That don't count. That don't count.
I was
I
saying
don't think
Jay.
it counts.
Why doesn't Jay
That's more on
count?
Jay than it is Punk.
Why doesn't it
That's more on
count?
Jay than it is Punk. That's more on Jay as it is.
You know, we're not gonna pivot. We're not gonna pivot on the Jay point. We're not gonna
That's more on
pivot.
Jay as it is Punk. I do think the one spot stuff again to echo what he's saying. I'm not the rebounding off the ropes after a GTS. We could do a second one. It was cool when Roman did it.
Perfect.
You're spamming it a little too much. You're going back to it a little too much. Just peel it back, all right? But other than that, Randy Orton, I'm interested to see
The GOAT, my GOAT, my
I'm
favorite
interested to see where
wrestler.
this goes because I think the smart decision after this, we were talking about it. Does Cody go heel after this?
I see no
Yes,
reason for it.
yes,
Don't-
100%,
I
100%,
I see no
100%.
reason for him not to go heel.
I
This
don't
is a
see
perfect setup.
He's done everything as a babyface we can possibly do with him. The only option left is to go heel,
I don't see it.
especially going after Randy because Randy's gonna get a pop no matter what you do. Realistically, like, he's gonna be a babyface when he goes into that feud. So just make Cody super heel. We want the Homelander thing,
Unless he Punk kicks.
and if he's gonna win the title back again, win the title back as a heel and do all the heel work he did. He was a great heel on the Indies. He was a fantastic heel. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the match. If I had to rate it out of 5, 4.5. Like I see little to no
4.5. That's a
I see-
very
I
high.
see
At-
little to no. I know it's high, but I see little to no problems with this match, other than the few I said.
Did you have
I'm gonna touch on that in a quick second. I feel like I got something to say about that personally. But before we get to that, I think we got to talk to Mr. Clean Cut first. The Sun Maurice. Your thoughts.
I know
Hear your
everybody.
thoughts on this match here, man. Did Punk,
I know
you know what
they
I'm
gonna
saying? Did the
say-
grandson of a plumber in the Second City Saint deliver?
You know, Larry, one thing I love about you and I admire about you so much is that you keep somebody accountable. And boy, oh boy, does that remind me of somebody. That reminds me of me, who has been keeping Cody Rhodes accountable in this entire run back. And guess what? And guess what? Larry, come back and guess what? Brandon, Steph, it has worked because Cody Rhodes has put on a top 3 match. A top 3 match since really in his career, but since he's returned, for sure, obviously. Cody Punk is borderline a 5-star. I had it 4.75 when it finished. I let it die down a little bit in my body, and I understood, probably 4.5. And Brandon, I agree with your 4 or 5 rating. Phenomenal match. Steph, I completely disagree. I do not think a 4 or 5 rating is too high at all. A 4 or 5 is really good. Just when we're talking about this match, Larry, you touched on the story a little bit. Phenomenal work from Rhodes and Punk. First off, I love CM Punk's gear, by the way. Just I know you talked about it. That jacket is so hard. But what's even harder than that is this match. 4 or 5 is what I rated it. 1, the working on the body. I mean, absolutely great. The CM Punk targeting the left hand of Cody Rhodes, making sure very aggressive, borderline heelish, and that's what we talked about during commentary tonight. Borderline heelish, even though some people would argue that Cody was the heel, but these guys both just put on borderline a technical masterclass. That's what I felt like I watched tonight. Them targeting limbs, them being aggressive. I know you guys talked about some unnecessary spots. That was one thing I noted. I do not think there was a single move wasted, and that's why I have this match so high. Every single move had a purpose. You guys can say it's unnecessary. I highly disagree. Every single move that I saw from Cody Rhodes, whether it be a reversal, whether it be a certain spot where they had to get in position for, every single thing I saw from Punk and Rhodes tonight, it felt like it had a purpose. And that is what I love. I love when moves have purpose. And I loved it. I loved every single bit of this. Is it better than Reigns Punk this year? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
But
Yes.
is it really good? Is it really good? Absolutely. See, the host up here is a little bit biased because his favorite wrestler returned in it, so he's like, gassing it up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But I will say this,
You know
and
what?
this is one thing that I saw tonight, and just I know you finna take the reins in a second. I got you.
Got
But
5 minutes of run time
one
here, man.
one thing I know. Thank you for keeping me accountable. See, Larry, that's what accountability does. It gives you good matches, gives you 4 or 5 star matches, it gives you
And you
on-time
used up
starts.
that 5
Look,
minutes. Keep talking.
So, hey, when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. Thing.
Hey, Reese, I
Look,
wanted to comment on something you said. You talked
uh,
about them targeting the leg and how good it was.
yeah.
Punk threw a kick at Cody Rhodes, and he reacted. It was so beautiful when that happened. I was like, "Yo."
You mean when Cody's coming off the top
No.
rope? The third
Cody was like laying down, and Punk started throwing kicks, and he
Yeah.
threw a kick with the injured leg, and he reacted, and then only used
Yo,
the opposite leg for the remainder of those kicks.
I also want to talk to a point that you made earlier. CM Punk's legacy. I don't believe that he has the longevity of a John Cena or even a Randy Orton, right? Because he took that 7-year gap, you know what I'm saying, of just not wrestling. However, when it comes to his age, I can't give him the longevity bump because he wasn't a 10-year worker through the time. But CM Punk is probably the best 48-year-old wrestler I have ever seen with my eyes. And maybe I have some blind spots. Maybe there's some wrestling I just haven't watched. But CM Punk is the best 48-year-old wrestler I have seen with my own eyes, including Rey Mysterio Jr. CM Punk, Pepsi Man Phil, is the best wrestler I have seen with my 2 eyes and my 21 going on 22 years of life. This match declared it. Yes, sir. This declared it.
Thought you were like
This put it nail on the head. I'm gonna end just. But CM Punk, Steph, I gotta agree with you. I think there's genuine, not just conversations of him being top 10 in WWE all time, but my goodness, if you said all time WWE draft, are you taking Triple H or CM Punk? I don't know if I'm taking Hunter. Just gonna be honest.
I think I'm taking Triple H.
I
do agree that I do.
Wait a minute, Steph. Wait a minute. Hold on. Peace, prosperity. Yeah, I know you probably had something important to say, but we know we gotta keep things rolling, pushing, and moving steady, right? Like let's be fair here. One real quick before we move on to the next segment, I will say I do believe this match personally for me it's better than the Punk Roman. I like this match a lot more. I like the sequences of the match. I like the story of the match. The finish was well for me. Punk pushing the level with the fucking the announce table spot. I think they really just hit a different gear for me. They hit a gear. Honestly, if I'm being fair, I think this is Punk's second best match since Drew. Like, if we're being honest at this point, I think this is I'm really high. I think this is Punk's second best match outside of Drew. During his return. I do believe the Drew match is a little bit better for me, but this match is really I'm very high on this match. Now, I will say, as a person who watches a whole lot of wrestling, right? Like I have a very broad view of wrestling. I watch in New Japan, CMLL, a whole lot of different wrestling. I'm very strict with 5 stars and 4 stars and all that shit, right? I think this is. I really truly think this is like a 4-star match. I feel comfortable in that, but probably tomorrow it's probably gonna get buffed down a little bit lower. I think a 5-star match. The story has to be perfect. A lot goes into making a 5-star match, right? Like I don't want to have too many 5 stars. So with all that being said, I think this could conclude in a great way. I think Cody potentially becoming heel is a great way. My favorite wrestler ever, Randy Keith Orton, is back wrestling. Yeah. We'll be seeing you on Friday. I can't wait. Yeah. On to the next second biggest match of the night, in my opinion. The second best match of the night, in my opinion. Of course, we have Oba, Brock, Hell in a Cell. Possibly Brock Lesnar's final match. We don't really know. Look, slight implications were left there. This time we're gonna start a little bit backwards. Maurice, let me get your opinions of it first, and then we'll move over to the AO squad.
Oba Femi is one of the best wrestlers in WWE right now.
Yes.
And that sounds like ABC Elementary, but I just want it to be known again that Oba Femi is one of the best wrestlers in WWE right now. I don't want to hear about just this hurts. This hurts a lot, what I'm about to say. And Even after his performance tonight, I still think he's over both
Why are
of
you
them.
shitting on Randy? I swear if Randy Orton's names come out
No,
your
no.
mouth, sir.
Nobody
shit
was
on
talking about Randy, but since
Okay,
you
then, I
want
don't
to
care,
talk
then
about him
I'll-
so bad, I'm gonna add him to the list too. He's better than all three of these. I think Oba Femi right now, as if what day is it? It's August 1st, 2026. I'm taking Oba Femi over Cody Rhodes, over Roman Reigns,
Yes!
and over Randy Orton. I'm taking him over all
Randy
three.
Orton, Roman, I'm excited.
I'm sorry. Roman Reigns was a little bit tough because he put on that match with CM Punk. You know what I'm saying? And that CM Punk match was phenomenal. It's all-time classic. But Roman Reigns did not deliver in those matches with Jacob Fatu. Cody Rhodes, he put on a banger tonight. Phenomenal match. But he's been having a lackluster 2026. Your boy Randy Orton, that boy ain't even been wrestling. I'm sorry, but he ain't even been wrestling. He been heading to RKOs, but he ain't even wrestling. Me and Orton got about the same amount of matches this year. You count match for match. me and Orton got the same amount of matches this year. So I can't put him over Oba Femi. Oba Femi in 2026 is a better wrestler than Roman Reigns,
Yes.
Cody Rhodes, than Randy
Yes.
Orton. I it hurts saying that, right? Even when I'm talking about Cody Rhodes, as critical of him as I am, because Cody Rhodes is one of the faces of WWE right now. Cody Rhodes was just in a world championship match, a WWE championship match. So it's really weird saying that this guy who's like 26, 27, going out here putting on bangers with Brock Lesnar. And sure, you can go ahead and say, well, if Roman Reigns had CM Punk 3 times back to back, sure, but he did. If Cody Rhodes had CM Punk 3 times back, sure, but he did.
He did have Brock.
I got a guy who just went 3 for 3, 100% from the field. He's 100. He's 100. He's 100. Ain't no 2 for 3 because
Also, he's
WrestleMania
had
was
more
good.
wait,
WrestleMania
hold on.
was good. What was
To
the
be
next one? It was
respectful.
what was the next match he had?
Hold on.
Maurice.
Yeah,
So wait,
the
was
Clash
Oba
one.
and Otis, hold on, wait, but Maurice, Oda and Otis was moving you, man. Oba
I ain't talking
Otis,
about that.
Like,
Wait,
just
time
saying,
out. One.
I don't think-
Hey.
You can't 3 for 3 within Brock.
With the
Even
Brock
with
matches,
I don't think the first. Wait. I don't think this, bro. I'm telling, bro.
The first one's good.
The second match was not.
the second match was better than the first.
More hype.
It was longer. It wasn't better.
It was definitely better. They actually told a story with they told a story the first one, of course,
I like
but they
the
told an
squash
even
match
better
more
story
than
with
I like
targeting the
second
arm.
match. You know, no. We're pivoting too long.
I was on my. I didn't pivot. I've been staying on the same foot.
Yo, I was done.
I was making my point, sir. I'm sorry, and it's not disrespectful, and it feels disrespectful to say that Oba Femi in 2026 is better than Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton should be better. You mentioned Otis, and I'm gonna pass it to the AO squad, but you mentioned the match with Otis. Can I get Roman Reigns to wrestle on Raw for me? Can I get Cody Rhodes to wrestle on more than just one SmackDown a year for me? Can I get Randy Orton to show up?
His back hurt.
His back hurt.
Sure, his back ain't hurt enough to come out with the RKO today.
That boy ran out there too. Let's just say that.
His back. It looked fine to me. It looked fine to me. It looks great to me. It looks great. It looks so great that he's having babies while he's at home. That's how great it looks.
Randy since Mania.
Wait, he was
How long
busting.
has been we seen Randy?
Bro, Randy got 5 kids. You don't think it's
Oh, I thought you meant on a break. He was going crazy. Why did I do that?
What are we talking about? Hey,
we don't know. We don't know.
Y'all opinion. Let me hear y'all opinion.
How you feel about it, Randy?
Oba Brock, pass to the AO squad.
Yeah, Randy, how you feel about it?
Listen, I've been watching Oba since NXT, bro. Let me tell you something. Oba is, and everybody says, "Oh, this guy's the future. She's the future. She's next up. She's this. He's this." No, Oba Femi is the future. He's the future world champion. He's the future WWE champion. He can be undefeated as long as he wants. There's so many routes you can go with this man. He just beat Brock Lesnar, who, mind you, outside of the championships, outside of the pedigree, outside of the a first ballot Hall of Famer he is, he's the guy that beat The Undertaker's undefeated streak.
Then what did he do after?
That's who Oba just beat.
Yep.
Brock Lesnar.
Yep. And then Brandon, on top of that, Brandon, what did he do after? He beat John Cena at SummerSlam 2014.
At SummerSlam.
Squashed
him. And the only reason he lost that belt was because Seth Rollins cashed in. And to Brock Lesnar. If this is your last match,
beautiful.
End it on a banger.
Absolutely.
As much crap as we gave you in the 2010s, oh, he's a finish spammer. He's a suplex spammer. He only does 2 moves. Blah, 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 blah. Tonight, those 2 moves did it. You bust out some stuff in your repertoire I haven't seen from you since 2013. I respect you for that, and I thank you for that. But to anyone who says Oba Femi is not ready, this match just proved he's ready. This feud proved he's ready. I want him. If Roman Reigns retains tomorrow night, you can look at here. If Roman Reigns retains tomorrow night, nobody else should be first in line other than Oba Femi.
Absolutely.
And I will say this. If Oba Femi and Roman Reigns does happen, Oba Femi should win. Convincingly.
Absolutely.
No bloodline, no outside interference. That is how good Oba Femi is, and that is how high everyone should be on Oba Femi after this match.
Just high as hell right now, too.
Okay. My opinion on the Oba and Brock situation. One, Oba deserves to be world champion. Clear as day. Without question. Next pay-per-view, put the title on Oba. I don't care if it's Roman. I don't care if it's Seth. I do mind. I don't hope it's a squash match. I don't want it to be a squash. But put the title on Oba already. Because you got Roman, you got Seth. They're going to be out the door as soon as possible. It's time for the future to lead the way. And Oba's the right setup. You have everything. You have the entrance. You have the charisma. You have the look, which is so important to WWE.
You have the crowd.
Yeah. But let's go to the match. The match was decent. I can't really complain about the match. I like what we got from the match. I do wish there was a little more, but I can't complain what we got. But just like how Brock said, he's the past, Oba's the future. I don't even care about future. He's the present. Oba's the present. That's my opinion. Nobody's actually touching Oba right now. I can't think of anybody that's close to it.
Okay,
I really can't. I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's nobody.
All right. You guys have said pretty much every good thing you can say. I don't really want to reiterate the same stuff. I do agree. Oba is by far the most put together of all the future talents right now. He is the only one ready right now. By ready right now, I'm not saying Braun and them aren't, but Oba has the crowd. Oba has the matches to back it up. Oba has the showcases. Oba has everything about him where it's time to pull that trigger on Oba. I can agree with all of that. But I do want to bring up a negative about today. You kind of tucked on it. The match. I do think this match was kind of underwhelming. For one, I thought it was a great match. Let me say that. Great match. It didn't live up to my hype for it. I expected more use of the cage. I think I wasn't the only one who expected them to bust out that cage. Hell, when the wood came out, the finish being on the mat with one fall from Grace was kind of weak. I wish Oba at least did it twice. I do think Brock probably would have broke through that wood if he slammed him on it. So that was a good call on that. But I do think at least delivering the finish twice significance the impact of what just happened, because taking a tombstone and just going to fall from Grace, I do think small things like that, and then the match just didn't give me everything I could have gotten from that match. I was expecting just more physicality. It may have been at that pay-per-view, and I expected more. Every single time these two have been in the ring, they were doing stuff. And if y'all remember, it's something kind of comparable. I do think it's better. They're better in ring than these two, but I kind of can compare it to Brock and Goldberg. Obviously, the first one was awful. We all know that. But every time they stepped in after that, it was a showcase, and they stepped it up every single time. It was a squash. Boom! Everybody loved the squash. I believe they fought another time before Mania, before their last Mania match. But their last Mania match was just a glorified two men going at it. they're going through barricades, they're going through this, they're going through this, they're going through that, and then it ends in the ring. I expected a little bit more from Oba and Brock. I expected them to break out of the cage. I expected them to break back into the cage. I just expected more. I love the exposure of the ring. I love using the tombstone for it.
Yeah.
But ending it with one fall from grace after that on the mat, it was kind of weak to me. That was my big negative for this. I agree with everything else y'all said.
So let me grab y'all real quick. We are. Oh, okay then. Well, never mind. Go ahead, Maurice. You still got a little bit of time.
I'm
Go
sorry
ahead,
to interrupt you just before the AO squad takes their leave, and I appreciate them for being on here. Stuff. There's one thing that I want to say to you, and but two things really. You mentioned about how Oba is above his peers. I want everybody to listen and hear me well. Oba and Brock Lesnar is what happens when you are not afraid to push young talent. Oba and Brock Lesnar is what happens when you are not scared to put these new guys against these old guys and have them either win or have them take losses and continue to fight. That's exactly what happens, right? We would never know who Oba Femi is if Triple H said, you know what, I just don't think he's ready to fight a Lesnar yet or beat a Lesnar yet. That's what I've seen happen with Braun Breaker. That's what I borderline seen happen with Bronson Reed. That's what I've been seeing happen with Carmelo Hayes. Is that, hey, you aren't ready yet. Not because we've seen you not be ready, but because you're a little young and I'm scared. You have to take chances. Yes. This was a big risk. Brock Lesnar is bigger than Seth Rollins. Brock Lesnar is bigger than CM Punk. In terms of like being on a global scale, Brock Lesnar might be bigger than Roman Reigns.
I like when you say that.
And you're taking a risk with having Oba Femi beat Brock Lesnar. One stuff I thought they put on a phenomenal match. I have no issues with this match. It's amazing. So I do disagree with that point. And I know you wanted some more from the cage. I get you, but I felt like this was 4-star match. The only match tonight that beat it was CM Punk, Cody Rhodes. That's what it took.
I can agree with that.
To me, that
by no means do I not think it was a great match. It was a great
match. I know what you were getting, but my point is that you don't think that. You don't have that opinion. We are not here right now. If WWE is going, I'm scared because he's 26.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing they do with
absolutely. There should be no reason why Braun Breaker isn't having a series with a top superstar right now. There's actually no excuse because we did have a point where people were chanting with the sirens. We did have a point where people were hyping up Braun Breaker coming out. We did have a point where the crowd was behind Braun Breaker. We did have a point where Braun Breaker was facing top level talent, like having promos with Roman Reigns and having a match with CM Punk. There was a point where that was happening. What happens is that even the match, Braun Breaker and Punk delivered.
That is true.
Yeah. Yes. There would have been no issue. We could have had a similar setup to where we are now if Braun did beat Punk for that belt,
or he beat Seth,
and then goes on to lose the belt to Roman.
We
still have a similar setup. We're setting up for Oba for the future now. Braun can go over to the other
absolutely
show and keep working. Like
absolutely. And look, even if he doesn't beat Punk, just him having matches continuously, fighting top guys.
Yeah.
This right here. WWE, everybody hear me well. This right here is what happens when you as a company are not scared and play it safe all the time. And don't tell me that you don't want to, that you haven't done it before, because that's ridiculous. Because Roman Reigns, the top guy right now, I truly believe that Roman Reigns, in terms of everything outside the ring, I remember him some incredible matches. But in terms of all the intangibles that WWE clearly values more than in-ring talent, clearly, I think Braun Breaker has all those right now than Big Dog Roman.
Yeah.
I think Braun Breaker's better on the mic than Big Dog Roman.
I know. I think
I think Braun Breaker is clearly more loved by the fans than Big Dog Roman.
It's not a bad argument. It's not a bad.
So you pushed him for years, and I'm not saying Roman as a big dog wasn't a draw. He was, but at the same time, he was still rejected from the fans. He was still getting booed, and you still decided to push him. And what did we get? It took 6 years, but what did we get? We got the Tribal Chief from it, and now he's bringing the success that you guys want. Oba Femi's 26. It's a big risk having him. It's a bigger risk having Oba Femi face against Brock Lesnar than it is having Braun Breaker beat CM Punk. But you took it, and now look at what we are getting. And that's all I gotta say, Just, is that you gotta take risk, or else we don't get conversations like this.
Oh, good words from our pristine, top of the hairline member. I want to give a thanks out to the AO squad for popping out, you know what I mean? Newest faction, you know what I'm saying, making their debut on the franchise net, Steph usually here all the time, but he had to go get him some elite tag team, you know what I'm saying? Championship.
Right, it's a defending. Reigning.
With that being said,
wait. Before I go ahead and leave, I want to say something. I want to reiterate something that I said. Reese, don't drop me. I know your finger's on the button.
Yeah, just hit him.
Top 3 SummerSlam of all time. I said that, last week?
I don't know about that.
This first night has cooked.
I got one night.
That was on night 2.
You are halfway there.
I'm halfway there.
I will give you credit. You are halfway there. This is your dilemma though, Steph. Is that when you have a 2-night event?
We got Danhausen next week.
This is your dilemma though, Steph. Hear me well. This is your dilemma. When you have a 2-night event, you risk 50% of this event being bad. You can't go, the 6 matches were better than these. Yeah, but you also got you got 6 more negatives, right?
Right.
So you got more quantity of bad than you got. So you halfway there. But if a majority, even if there's one good match, if a majority of those matches on night 2 are 3 stars or below, that's some deep water you put yourself in.
You right.
But with all that being said, AO Squad, we appreciate y'all for popping out. We're going to take a little bit of a turn, get some of the reoccurring roster of the franchise up here to talk a little bit about the rest
AO
of
Squad.
the
We appreciate you.
Research.
Next segment and match I really wanted to touch on, and a match that surprised me a lot was the Bloodline versus Solo LA Knight and Royce Keys. I was very much surprised by that entire
absolutely. Let's
match.
go ahead and transition.
Yeah,
Steph, stop touching stuff, man.
I'm trying to help you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, get out of here. Look, we're getting rid of the AO Squad. Let's get them out of here, man. Let's get them out of here. Yeah, get them out of here. Get them out of here. Why are we on Justified? We out here having technical difficulties. Yeah, let's talk about we on Saturday Standoff, baby.
I like Justified more.
What's up?
I'm part of the cast today. You're the host, Mr. Marie.
No, not yet. You're about to switch spots with me. I just want to say thank you to the AO Squad for doing what they do. I appreciate y'all so much. I know I got some of my squad in the background doing what they're doing. I'm gonna ask Steph to stop doing what he's doing in the background. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. But I know we got some guests. We might get some appearances from a CJ, from a Jaden, but we're gonna continue to get into this. Just you go ahead and take us away.
Like I said beforehand, we will definitely be starting off with the Bloodline versus Solo, LA Knight, and Royce Keys. I think that was a very underrated match that we got to watch. I was actually very much pleased with a little bit of low expectations. I was very pleased by the match. I guess we can get it started off. CD, you got to watch that on your own. You popped through. So let me hear from you first, brother. Let me see how you felt about that match.
All right, man. First of all, I just want to start by saying night 1 was amazing. It was fantastic. In my opinion, it was fantastic. I hate to get off chorus. I hate to get off script with this, but I had to tell y'all this show was amazing. Now let's talk about one of the matches that was on this show, which is this underrated match. Really solid match. Really decent. All the above. Solid, decent. Anything you want to call it. It's fantastic. Everything about this match was great. Solo had his moment where you had to come on, he had that little thing that was come on, come on, you had to run it back. I think the match itself was really good too.
He does it better than Jay. He does it better than Jay.
I mean, he's better than Jey Uso, but that's the conversation for another day. But let's get back to the match though. Let's get back to that. This match was really good. I like the fact that everybody had to showcase in this match. Like everybody showcased their moves, show what they had to do. Jay Uso had a really good sell on the BFT. I'll give him credit. That was a good ass sell from Jay. We need more of that. We need more of that. We need more of like, you actually like doing stuff really good like that because he's just been getting nothing else but booty. He's been getting nothing but booty. Um, LA Knight did good. He pinned Jay, which was great. Honestly, I'm kind
Heck
of
yeah,
hyped
I'm
to see
hooked
what
in for a
goes.
second.
I, I'm kind of hyped to see what goes on next for the Bloodline because they lost. How does Roman feel about this? There's a lot of questions going to like really Monday, potentially tomorrow as well. Who knows? They might show up in the Roman match as well, even though it's not on the current prop right now. But things can happen. But hey, I'm gonna tell you something right now though. Are we getting an LA Knight push after this? I'm just saying.
Hey, lower
I'll
the
pass the stick to somebody
glasses
else.
to share values now. We know we gotta talk to our resident Sami Zayn, our ultimate underdog. Jordan, let me hear your opinions about this match, man.
That's a good
Oh
one.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, like in that case, it's like my boys lost. But either way, no. Anyway, on a serious note, um, yeah, I thought this match was very, very surprising. Like you guys said, like it was supposed to be kind of just like a throwaway, but they really delivered. It was very fun. Something that like Reese said during the reaction. It's not very often that you get an LA Knight and you get a Jey Uso 6-man match and a 6-man, and it's that fun and that easy to watch and just kind of enjoy. And that's something I really, really enjoyed about this match was that it was very, very easy. It went by fast, and it was like it did its job and it did it well. I thought Jey Uso was the worst part of the match, and that's nothing like not trying to just diss Jey. It's just like at the end of the day, man, like he did 2 spears that was like completely
Mediocre.
unnecessary. I mean, at least the second spear. At least the second spear was for sure unnecessary. Um, and yeah, because he doesn't have another move off the rebound. So yeah, look, honestly, like I said, match rating would probably be, I believe, I believe I had this as a 3.25. This was
Really?
a very yeah, it's a very solid match.
Wow.
I rate him
I was
4.
yeah.
So,
No, I do too. I was a little bit different. 2.75 for me, honestly. It was very solid. It did what it had to do.
yeah, but yeah, with that,
Well,
I'm gonna pass it. Yeah.
last but not least, you know what I'm saying? We gotta talk to Mr. 45 himself, you know what I'm saying? Fresh lineup and all, brother. How'd you feel about this match, Maurice?
Um, I'm sorry, I'm taking care of some business. This match was good. Nothing really to take away from here much. They had a match. I was more surprised by the Bloodline losing. The match is good. I do have it as a. I think I ranked it as a 3 solid.
Yeah, you had it at 3. You told me.
Good spots. They worked a decent story. I love the Royce Keys powerhouse moves and whatnot going on. Really good match. Pretty decent, pretty solid. I think that they did what they needed to do. Got up out of there. They delivered. And I have no issue. I know you were talking about Jey Uso with the spears and whatnot. I have no issue with that. I don't think he needed to do more. I think he did just enough, which is fine. Sometimes that's just all you gotta do. So I have no issue with the Usos in this. I had no issue with Fatu in this. I do think that the standout performers of this were the Keys, Knight, and Sikoa pairing. That Royce Keys' powerhouse moves, Solo Sikoa selling on top of his offense and charisma inside the ring, and even the LA Knight hot tag. Those were all awesome things that I did really enjoy throughout the match, and those were the high beats for me. So I'll give it to you guys. I do believe that the Sikoa, Knight, and Royce Keys pairing were probably the highlights of this match, or like the cause of it. But like this, it's like not by a lot. Like it's not like they carried the match. It's not like they were just some standout phenomenal.
The most
performers.
impressive.
It was
impressive.
just sure, maybe, I guess, but they just both three teams put on a pretty decent match. It takes 6 to tango in this case.
Wow.
Okay, then with all that being said, personally felt like it's a match that exceeded expectation. Of course, I don't think any of us went into this match expecting for this match to be really good. Honestly, I think we all had low expectation.
Yeah.
I think they exceeded expectation. I think the ability for them to all be able to kind of do this trios match in a little bit of a different way, us being able to kind of see that. I think they
Yep.
all kind of meshed very well
Absolutely.
together as a team during this whole match. Even the bloodline. I like the entrances for Jacob Fatu. I
Jake,
like
that
the
was oh
I liked
man.
Powerhouse's Hobbs power slam spot over the barricade. I think that was probably the best spot of the whole match. The BFK looked nice. Everybody kind of did their thing in that match. I like Jay Uso, honestly. I like the Usos in that match. I think they performed very well. I think everybody did their thing in that match. All in all, very solid match for what it was. I think it exceeded expectation for sure. Going
Hmm.
past that, we have a couple more matches to touch on. I think I want to get through. Let's spice it up a little bit. A match that really surprised me, honestly, and what I think is the best women's match of the night. Fatal Influence versus
Oh
Nikki,
man.
Brie, Bella, and Paige. I
Absolutely.
actually enjoyed this match a little bit more than I enjoyed the Liv and Iyo match personally. So I would love to hear you
Whoa.
guys'
Yes.
opinion on this match and to see how y'all feel about this. Jordan, we're gonna start on your side this time and work our way to the other way. Let me hear your opinions on this match, Jordan.
It was very, very good. It might not be crazy to say this is Brie Bella's best match ever. Like, I'm just gonna
Damn.
come straight out and say that.
Wow.
Just like I know it's a 6-woman tag match, but like I don't think she did anything wrong in this match. I think that she wasn't a liability on the match. I think she wasn't a hindrance in any way, and I think most people would agree with that. Brie did some crazy flashy stuff that we don't see her do often. She landed and did it perfectly. Nikki and her worked well. They did a little bit of twin magic, and it was awesome. Paige, did what she needed to do, and then of course, Fatal Influence has been an absolute slam dunk since their debut. They have delivered, and they have hit such a high field goal percentage since they've been on the main roster. It is just absolutely insane. That spinning elbow that JC Jane has is beautiful. Fallon had that one really amazing move to the outside. JC Jane had the cannonball into the steel steps. Like, it was just very, very impactful, fun to watch. Wasn't boring at all. Perfect winners because it set up what's going forward, which, respect to the Bellas and what they did tonight, but we really do want this, Bella's and Paige storyline to start getting close to wrapping up. That way we can get towards AJ. That way we can get Paige and AJ into the singles scene so that they can face and have real good prominent feuds away from the Bellas. I think that we all agree with that. So that's good. This match not only was very, very solid, but it also served its full purpose, like all the way to even after it. So that's
Okay,
why
then, cool.
I have it
Jordan,
I will put it at a 3-2-5. That's what I
a
had.
3-2-5 from
Wow.
Jordan. Okay, then. CD,
Yeah,
Sheriff
it was
CD.
neck and neck with the other one. They're both 3-2-5.
Okay, then both the women matches very even. Sheriff CD, let me hear. Oh,
Well,
okay, Maurice.
no, both six,
Ooh,
both
okay,
tag matches.
hold on. Let's call this audible. You know what I'm saying? The sheriff around town, he calling his audible, Mr. Maurice, Mr. Clean Cut. Let me hear your opinions on this match.
I want to do some pushback and some damage control real quick before we have some new guests up on here. Look, the Bellas, I think disrespect needs to stop, just personally. And maybe it's just me watching the matches that I've watched in the past like 2 years, since Nikki's return. It's been about a year or 2 years maybe. She's delivered. Yeah, she's delivered. And this match, she really delivered on top with her sister Brie Bella, on top with Paige, and then let's talk about Fatal Influence. Jordan, I know you know much more about them, and same with you, CD, and same as you just. You guys are really familiar with their work. I was not coming into this match. I was not familiar with their work, especially on Week to Week TV. Everybody in here worked. There was not a carry. I don't think anybody carried anybody. I think they just worked so well together. This was one of the better 3-woman tags I have seen in a long time, including the men's one tonight. I do think it's better than the men's one. The story that they were telling with how great heels, how great heels Fatal Influence were. The stomp to Nikki, I think it was Nikki Bella, on the steel steps. The constant of getting and trying to mess with the chemistry of the Bellas and Paige. That was the goal of Fatal Influence. It was not to out wrestle. It was not to outpower. It was to mess up the chemistry that these three legends have together because they have worked together before. And that's exactly what Fatal Influence did. I went into that match seeing them mess with the chemistry. Things just didn't start to click, and you even see a spot where one of the members of Fatal Influence, I forgot who it was, but they enter in the ring from the side of the Bellas, and Brie Bella or Nikki Bella, they're just standing, like they watch her go inside and completely disrupt the match. The entire rhythm that the Bellas and Paige had was completely disrupted because of the Fatal Influence's work. And I loved it. I loved every single bit of it. And I also want to add to the fact that the Bellas and Paige did such a good job selling as well. Like there were some hits where I legit thought like, yo, we gotta throw the X's up. Especially that stomp to the head on the outside. I just can't talk about how well that was. So
crazy.
yo, the
Them
forearms
were disgusting.
bro. There was some stuff where like
he's always had great forearms, man.
Hey, Fallon Henley, hear my word. Fallon Henley and JC James, like forearm knees, those things look deadly. Like those things look like they have pressure to them. Anything else you want from me?
They probably
Reese,
do
my
have
bad?
some. Not gonna lie. I guess I'll just be that guy.
no,
you
you
know.
best to see.
Are you good, Maurice? You said everything you need to say, brother? Okay, then CD, let me hear your opinion on this match, brother. How'd you feel about the 3-on-3?
All right, I'm gonna put the shades on for this because it's gonna get crazy. Okay. All right.
Share values
I knew it.
stepping
I
up,
actually
man.
kind of knew it.
Share values in the cut, man.
I'm gonna be honest. Me and Reese might have to. Me and Reese switched some bodies today. No pause on that. But listen, I wasn't a fan of this match. I didn't really like this match.
Yeah, you don't have good taste. I know.
Ooh.
Say
Let's
what?
go. Oh, CD takes
I'm
the
sorry.
shades
Go ahead,
off.
continue.
Hold on. Let
Continue.
CD finish. Let him
Continue. I'm
Say what?
sorry. Go ahead. I know. Look, you got the Gucci
Yeah,
on today. You ain't.
yeah. That's what.
You feeling a
Yeah.
little bold today.
Let
Go
him
ahead.
get
You
his
got
That's
the
what I
Gucci
thought.
on.
Reese. Let
That's
him
what I
get his
thought.
fair
That's what I
one.
thought.
Let him get his fair
Jalen
one.
Brown looking ass. Jalen Brown looking
Jalen
ass.
Brown
Anyways,
looking ass.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Anyways, like I
And I've
said.
been, hey,
Anyways,
look, just I've been averaging 30 on him. I've been averaging 30 on him. I've been averaging 30 on him
30
since
bricks.
I met him.
30
Go
bricks.
ahead.
30
You
bricks.
kind of look
30
like Jalen
bricks.
Brown. I'm not
Hey,
gonna lie.
let CD finish
30
his
bricks.
point, man. Come on, man. Don't be that
Now,
guy. Come on.
I'm not saying this is the worst match of the night. I do think the selling was solid. I think the forearms, y'all pointed out, the forearms were really deadly. I ain't gonna lie. They really were showing them out. But what did it for me, I felt like I couldn't really connect with the match, you know? Like, I feel like there wasn't really a connection. I really couldn't, like, get into it. I really tried. Like, when I was watching it, I was like, nah, it's not even, like, I tried to care. I really did. Like, Bree was doing some good stuff in there. There were some good spots. There was really some good spots, but it's just like I just couldn't connect with it. I really couldn't. I don't know what it was. I think Laney was selling really good in that match. The selling was on point. It's just like I just think like it just didn't have that factor. I'll say I didn't have the energy like how all the other matches were on the same night. You know, like
match of the year.
Like I not like yeah no like you can like sure, but I just feel as though like I just feel as though like that match like I felt like it could have been a little bit better. It served its purpose for what it did. It was a solid story going into it, and I'm glad Fatal Influence won. I obviously put the younger talent over. I actually wanted them to win, so that's great. But I just feel like there was a disruption in the connection between me and the match. That's just how I felt.
then.
Yeah, so it's
just
what
to grab
so
everybody.
wait, time out. That's what you just have bad taste. That's what I said. Like you didn't
Okay,
critique
and
the
you
match
like
at
Jalen
all.
Brown.
You
Next
just got
subject, you're
bad
throwing
taste.
30
It's
bricks.
okay.
30
You
bricks,
can
brother.
deal with it. I'm just
Don't you
saying,
gotta come
like,
to the
you
Philadelphia
didn't give any
76ers or
critique on the match.
something?
Do you want to know what he said? He said the match was good, but I just didn't like it. That's exactly what you just. That's
Damn.
exactly what
I didn't like it. It was solid. It was okay at best. It was the worst match of the night.
Jordan. I just didn't like.
Hold on. Let me grab y'all. Don't do it.
I didn't have a connection with the match. Like it was solid, but not like.
What connection did you want? Did you want like Randy Orton to come out and give like an RKO to the Bella Twins?
No, funny enough, actually, I wanted it to be like the men's tag match where actually.
Oh, you wanted like
better.
Bliss Keys to pop up and like just throw them around everywhere. That's what you wanted.
No, actually, I wanted Jake, like some type of like, well, not
you
Jacob
wanted
Phil,
Yeet?
obviously,
You
but
wanted
not. Why you bringing up trash people, brother?
No, I mean, what's from the men's match that you missed?
What you mean?
Like, you got the Yeet glasses on, so like maybe you just wanted Yeet. You know?
There's no Yee on these glasses, bro. It's just straight black.
It's just Yeet. It's just you use. They want this.
Okay, brother, you just talking just to talk. Next subject.
Wait.
what you just
So wait,
did. That's what
CD.
you-
I
that's what
think the
you-
complaint. Hold on, Maurice. If I could say, CD, I think the complaint really
You do
is
kind of look like Jalen
you saying you don't
Brown. I'm
like the
not gonna lie.
match, but you just said it was a good match. You just didn't care for it. Is the issue more so you didn't care for the story of the match? Like, was that what
Honestly, if you want to be realistic, I really didn't care about the matches going into it in general.
Exactly.
Ah,
Oh,
okay, so
okay, okay.
you don't have a real critique of the match. You just
I really just don't care, to be honest,
your
bro. I'm just
heart
gonna tell
you
you.
just don't love the Bellas that much. Your heart wasn't into it.
Yeah, I wasn't really into it as much. I'm just be straight up. I just thought
Okay.
like this could have been on a SmackDown or main event, to be honest. I'm just being
I don't
honest.
think pushing personally, I don't think pushing young talent is a bad idea, especially this
I'm
being
glad
their
the young
first
talent got
major
put
pay-per-view.
over. That's cool, but like
This is
that
their
match should have been
first
on
major.
SmackDown.
Listen. This is their first major pay per view. I think those women went out there, had a ball. They did their thing in the ring. I think everybody performed to a great extent. Like Marie said, I don't think nobody carried anybody. I think everybody
The selling was
performed in some
good,
form
but
and
shit.
fashion. The selling was great. The strikes were great. Even Brie Bella giving us the callbacks to Daniel Bryan like she's always
We
gonna
need
do.
that.
The
We
yes
didn't need that. She
kick.
did it like
You
2 different
need
times
it.
already. We need that.
Even the heel turn at the very
What
end,
was wrong
setting
with it?
up what I hope for AJ Lee
We seen
coming
that
out
coming, brother.
tomorrow night in the women's ladder
Oh, you
match. I
predicted it?
hope to see AJ Lee. But
I did say that.
moving
That might
along,
happen.
we got two more matches, and I was really thinking about which match I wanted to save at the end. I think we're gonna save the opener for the end. So with that being said, we're gonna be talking about the ring general and technically our GM.
Yeah.
I want to get y'all opinions on Gunther versus Nick Aldis. We can start off with CD as
DJ up
he's
here for
clapping
this.
up a round of applause. I think CD was very pleased with this match. Let me hear what you got to say about
And
this, CD.
indeed, I
Absolutely.
wasn't pleased by this match. Though I ain't gonna lie, shout out Nick Aldis. He gave it his all, and he did pretty good. This match was really solid. I gave this match I thought this match was really solid. I believe I gave this match a 3.5, I believe, or 3 or 3.5, somewhere in between there. I thought this was very good. I think the grappling was very good. Nick Aldis showing out, all like lariats and submissions and whatnot. Gunther basically showing his style. Gunther is just being Gunther. We know how Gunther operates in the ring. I just felt like as well, like Gunther also playing the heel, trash talking to Mickey James, who was right there on ringside, who was also Nick Aldis. That's his wife. So
Peak Mickey James references. Yes, we love Mickey James.
it was good. That was some good heel stuff from Gunther. I think the moment where Nick always went for the chokehold. The crowd was on their feet for that. Like there was a point in this match where the crowd was really into this. It was like, oh my goodness, could Nick actually do it? Obviously, we knew he wasn't going to do it, but still, though, just the thought of it, it's like whoa, like this could really be it. And then Gunther just shatters it, obviously in classic heel fashion. Nick taps out, and then boom, match is over. But standing ovation for Nick. I think this isn't going to be the last we see of him in the ring. I feel like we're going to get more matches from him, and this is the step into the right direction. Even though he's back as general manager, I feel like I want to see more than Nick Aldis. I feel like he can give me
Jordan
so much
looking.
more.
Just
I know we're going to disagree on this topic a lot, but I genuinely believe that this match was probably the most underrated of the night. But you can pass the stakes.
now, from looking at the rest of the room over there, they do not look like they agree with what has just been said. Maurice, this one time, I think I want Jordan to talk before you, brother. I think the expressions of our switchblade over there is not looking too nice. So let me hear what you
Rightfully
got to say
so.
about that, Jordan.
I like the match to an extent that I thought, and I said this earlier, I thought it was a perfect first match for Aldis. I don't think it was supposed to be anything other than fine. He's not back as GM, is he? Did you see that in a post show or something?
No, he got reinstated by Triple H.
Tonight?
Oh shit!
Yeah, he got reinstated.
Full
Whoa, I
roster.
didn't think.
Okay, I did
Okay.
not know we.
Whoa.
Okay.
Was
Well, I
goody.
do agree with you. I do think it is not the last we'll see of him. But yeah, saying it was the most underrated match of the night, I think it was comfortably the worst match. But that's respectful.
Wow.
To it.
Easily.
But as much as as much as I like Gunther, I do think it was just a 2.5, which is my worst match of the night.
Okay, then. After hearing Jaden, Mr. Maurice, would you like to go next, or would you like to let one of the newer guys take up? CJ and Jay joining us from the live. How y'all doing? Appreciate y'all for popping out, of course.
Before CJ and Jaden go, I just want to talk about how ridiculous CD is, about how he sits here and he says he has no
That's funny,
emotional-
Jalen Brunson.
He
You
has,
need to go to the
he
Sixers,
has no
brother.
emotional connection to the Brie Bella, Nikki Bella, and Paige match.
Jaylen
But all of
Brown?
a
I didn't like the
sudden,
match.
just this deep emotion that he feels for Nick Aldis, general manager. Like,
Yeah, it was a good match for him.
The
It was a first good match
passion
for
and
him.
love that he has for Nicholas
It was
Aldis.
a great match.
Like it's just, yeah, sure, buddy. Yeah, so.
Okay, if you move out the Bellas and
the
go ahead,
Bellas
be my
actually
guest.
going out there. The Bellas and Paige and Fatal Influence actually going out there and putting on good work in front of your eyes. It just didn't matter for you. With those shades, how bad is that tint on them shades? Is that legal tint?
Oh, legal 10? I don't know. You want to check and see?
That's legal tint.
You want to check and see?
Yeah.
You want to check and see? Man, it doesn't matter what you want to see. Continue talking, brother. We're good. We're good.
Is that how you acted during the Bella and Paige match? You just
Yeah, a match I didn't give a goddamn about. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in fact.
All right.
It's the
All in
Gucci
all, though,
sweatshirt,
Reese,
the Jacob
all in all,
Sartorius.
Reese,
No, it's not. It's
Go
not.
ahead,
Not
go
that. I'm
ahead.
just telling you that the match is poverty, brother.
Go ahead,
My fault that I
go
like
ahead.
grabs and you don't like grabs, but yeah, whatever, bro.
Go
All right,
ahead,
fine.
just take it away. Take it away.
Come
It's
together,
ridiculous.
come together.
Yeah, some people just don't like
so all in
grabs.
all,
Yeah,
Reese
facts.
isn't,
Oh yeah, Nick Aldis and Gunther is
Bro,
grabs.
Reese doesn't
That was-
look
yeah.
fond of this match. We don't
It could be the
think
worst
he's
match, but he's
fond
still
of this
doing
match.
grabs. Whatever.
Hold on, guys. Let's not push. We got, you know what I'm saying? We got to stay on the timesheet here. I need to be going to lunch in about like 10 more minutes.
My
I'm getting
apologies.
cussed out. Okay, thank you. Jaden,
We got
let me hear your
people.
opinions on the Gunther Nick Aldis match, man.
Well, I also have it as a 2.5. It was all right. It was fine. You know, it definitely doesn't compare to the Bellas and Paige and Fatal Influence. Now I got that one as a 3.5 because it's well
Holy.
deserved and actually a good match, like through and through completely. Even the Bloodline and the Solo Royce and thing, I got that as a 3. It's still better than the Nick Aldis and Gunther match. And I got no shade against Nick Aldis, but like it was like slower than a normal Gunther match.
He's Nick Aldis. I don't know what we expected. You know, like it's,
Y'all can keep the hate, bro. I'm gonna stand on my ground.
Let Jaden finish so
I'm
we can
glad
get to
you can
CJ.
stand
Because
on
CJ
it.
can
You're
hair
standing
into
on
this guy.
sinking sand, but go ahead.
But it's
And
just
you're standing
like
on
the
spray
match.
paint, brother.
The match was slow, then it'd pick up a little bit, then it'd go back to being super slow again. It'd repeat the same things over and over again. I know it's supposed to be technical wrestling and like the holds and the wrap ups and all that stuff was good, but it was just the continue. I understand the chops and I said how important it is to actual wrestling, but when I'm seeing that the whole time throughout the whole match
He
from
did
start
like
to
2
finish,
chops.
the damn chops. I'm getting tired of chops when it's the whole
He only
like.
did it like 2-3 times. I don't remember
What?
him chopping that much.
You talking about
I
Gunther?
mean, Gunther chopped
Bro,
as
did
much as he
Gunther
could,
chop
and all this
though?
through
I
a
do
ton
not
of.
remember
There was
Gunther
so
doing that
many
much
chops
chopping.
from start to finish. There was so many.
It really
And
was.
That's
Nah.
your issue with the match?
I
I
noticed a
don't think
lot
there
of
was that
chops.
many chops this match.
It wasn't
I
that
ain't
many
gonna
chops,
lie.
brother.
I don't know. I've noticed a lot, and I don't know.
But
There's little
let's
things
let
that irked me, and
CJ
that was
let's
one of
let
the things.
CJ get his hooping point out. How did you feel
Plain
about the
nothing.
Gunther
Okay.
Nick Aldis match, brother? Ring General versus the GM, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I was mostly around the same as everybody else. I went 2.5. It was kind of boring.
Yes, indeed.
Kind of boring as a match. I just like I don't know. I don't love like your dominant heel having a 50-50 match with the 50-year-old GM who looked
I
good fighting.
agree
Absolutely.
100%.
Like he was out of
I
like
agree
5 minutes
100%.
in. Like I don't love it. It's,
Okay,
yes.
I got you. What's understood ain't got to be explained. Personally, 2-star worst match of the night so far. Probably gonna to be 100% honest. I do like the fact that Nick Aldis went out there and wrestled though, but I will say probably weakest match of the night. Maurice, yes, I know what you want to say, brother.
Besides core values of ridiculousness, let's talk about this, right?
You're funny.
Gunther going out here, and what CJ said, Gunther going out here after defeating a John Cena, after defeating an AJ Styles, after being rumored to fight a Brock Lesnar, is going out here having a 50 match with Nicholas Aldis. Are you serious? He goes 40 minutes with CM Punk, the current WWE champion, who just beat Cody Rhodes. I know it's less than 40. I'm exaggerating, and that's what I do, and I rightfully so, because I can exaggerate when such idiocy is being said on my right side, and such garbage is being fed to my computer screen. It's absolutely ridiculous that I have to go out here and see
You move by the
Gunther
Bellas match,
and
brother.
Nicholas Aldison go
If
out
you're
here
gonna
put on a
sneak this, at least do it
50-50
correct,
match.
brother.
Hold on, man. Put on a 50-50 match when I just saw Gunther do a 40 match with CM Punk, who's our current WWE champion, who just went out here and beat Cody Rhodes. It's absolutely insane how I have to sit out here and watch Gunther go out here and barely get a win. I have to actually try against Nicholas Aldis. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't care. I know some people are trying to defend him, calling him his TNA name when he was Magnus. Look, Magnus, Magnesium, Magneto. It doesn't matter what his name is. He's good. He sucks in all his names, all his forms. He's bad. So, Nicholas Aldis, let's criticize the match, right? So people don't think I'm just rambling on about something I didn't watch, because I sat here and watched this match live on the FranchiZe Network.
You did.
This match overall was what Jordan said, what Jaden said. It was just fine. Aldis tries to technically outmaneuver Gunther. It ends up kind of working. Then Gunther adjusts. That should have never happened. There should be no reason for Gunther to ever adjust to a 50-year-old Nick Aldison. And then
Nick Aldis looked bigger than Gunther. Wasn't that kind of crazy? Like,
I don't
Yeah,
care.
that man stayed ready.
I mean, it explains why he wears the tight ass suits.
I don't care how he looked. I don't care if he came out there in John Cena's body. He's Nicholas Aldis. I truly do not care.
Nah, he looks better, if we're being honest.
He does not deserve to go out there and have a 50-50 match with a Gunther. It's absolutely ridiculous. So the match starts off with Aldis trying to work a technical match. Gunther ends up stopping it. Then Gunther stops playing around and takes him serious a little bit more and then beats him. To Jaden's point, this match genuinely had no real story beats. They just circled the same thing over and over again. Aldis had no idea what to do on offense, so he just started spamming technical moves. It ended up moving the technical merchants, not even a technical merchant, because CD's not even a technical. He doesn't know where his core values lie. So he just ended up just spamming graps, right? That's all it takes. All it takes is no story beats, no reason.
There was a story there.
All it takes is Gunther to just caress the hands of Nick Aldis.
Caress the hands. Nice exaggeration, brother.
Oh, it's pure grabs, buddy. It's pure grabs. We're watching real grabs.
The holes in the match was grabs.
The issue is that you can actually watch good technical matches, like we saw with CM Punk and Cody Rhodes tonight, where each move actually had reasoning. Each move actually had some core value to it. But instead, you know what happens? You know what we get? We get Nicholas Aldis going out here and tickling the wrist of Gunther and slamming him around a few times, and all of a sudden they put on a technical masterclass. It's ridiculous.
No way, said masterclass. That's exaggeration, though.
Person on my right-hand side talk about how Magneto is some in-ring master. He's some amazing master in the ring.
Okay, Ruby Reese. Okay, Ruby Reese.
I got you, just. I'ma shut up.
Ruby Reese, you got a red stain,
I'ma shut up.
brother.
I'm just saying, it's ridiculous.
Once again, I'm not trying to get.
Someone needs to change their panties.
Take this lady to dinner. All right, once again, let me grab y'all.
You gotta change your panties,
I know yours are wet watching Magneto.
We got one more match.
I know yours is red right now. It's that time of the month.
Hey man,
first.
hey you two, order in the court. Order in the court. I'll say we got one more match we got to talk about, right? We got to talk about the opener, and what I think for me was probably the second worst match of the night, honestly. Behind it didn't. Ironically, it didn't live up to expectation. We're talking Liv and Iyo. Yeah, I'm starting this one off. Y'all will be okay. Liv and Iyo. It's a match that, at this point, I think we all agree that Iyo Shirai is probably one of the best wrestlers in the whole fucking company, right? At this point, and the fact that
probably number one, honestly,
she's being reduced to take falls to Liv, and credit to, they're trying to make Liv seem like a credible champion, right? Like, I understand. I just can't get behind Liv Morgan. I'm not a fan of the moveset. I'm not a fan of her in-ring capability. I'm really not a fan of the mic work. I'm not a fan of, like, diet Alexa Bliss, and I say it again, I'll say it tomorrow. Zero sugar Alexa Bliss. I'm not a fan of Liv Morgan personally. I think if you put any other woman in that position right now, I think they do better with Iyo Sky. I think you put a Rhea, Charlotte, Jade, fucking
Raquel.
Kalani Jordan
Raquel.
from fucking NXT
Raquel would
right
be
now,
fire.
I think are doing better than Liv Morgan in this current position. Yeah, I just think this feud and these matches have just been mediocre altogether and just kind of a waste of time for Liv. Or not Liv, but Iyo, in my opinion. But yeah, go ahead. Next person, shoot or shoot. Yeah, who picking up the ball?
You choose. You're the host, brother.
Nah. I said y'all. Who's picking up the ball?
Nah, fuck it. I'll take the ball here.
There we go.
Third and
Yeah, Jaden. There you go.
So
There you go. I
I
like
rated
that. Assert
I
yourself.
rated it
That's not what I picked.
originally. I rated it at 3.5. I
Is that
dropped
part of the
it.
script, Reese?
I dropped it to 3 stars
Hmm.
out of 5.
Mm.
And the reason why Io's my second favorite
Two
women's
whole
wrestler of all
quarters.
time. I genuinely really do like Iyo, but her matches with Liv Morgan, I don't know what the issue is with them. They just always suck. So I was not preferably
Wow.
excited for this match. But with the hopes being high or lower than expected, the match ended up surprising me. There were some good moments, some good storytelling-ish. I called the Judgment Day interference. Luckily, it was a small amount of time where they were involved, so it kind of went back to being just a one-on-one match. But I think after I, gave it a little bit of a thought, my low expectations added the 0.5 to the score. So it's only a 3. It's the same as how I have the Bloodline and Solo in their match rated. It's not the worst match on the card. That's Nick Aldis and Gunther.
Okay, then cool. Let me hear what you got to say. I think Jordan, you got a little bit of a different opinion from me. So let me hear it, Jordan. What you got to say about this match?
No, I did say I do agree it's second worst match of the night. I do think that Liv winning is the right option because she needed to have a win.
A title defense.
Yeah, she needed to have a title defense. She couldn't have this end with 100 days and 0 defenses. It would have been arguably the worst title reign of all time. That was not fair to her because it's not her fault. It's the booking. I disagree.
Yeah.
No, I disagree with you that any person could be put in her position and do as well. I do agree with you. Alexa's better, of course, because Alexa kind of clears her and everything.
That 5-year prime, man.
I also do disagree that I think she's one of the best wrestlers in the company. I don't think she's the best. Like when CD said she was number 1, I think that Iyo.
I said she could be number 1. Could be number 1.
Yeah, I guess. I think Phoenix clears Iyo, but that's just my opinion. Like people like
Ray
Phoenix.
Phoenix?
But-
That's ball knowledge. Yes.
That's fair.
Even-
Yeah,
I was-
Yeah, Ray Phoenix. That's what I'm saying. I think
I'm
Ray
not gonna-
Phoenix clears Iyo, but that's just my.
That's
But wait, we
That's
can just
anyway.
all agree. We could just all agree.
Hold on.
Iyo Sky's
I'm not trying to
the
derail. I was not trying to derail. I was just saying that.
Lyra would be in
Iyo.
that conversation for me.
Yeah, Iyo is very, very good. But I do believe Liv. She did her thing. She gets better every match. She's solid in the ring for what she is. So I think besides, like, I give it a 2.75, and I do think it is their best match that they've had.
Okay, then.
So,
okay,
yeah.
then. All right, then.
I will
Let me
pass it
pivot.
to Maurice with that.
I'll
Okay,
give
then
Liv
Maurice.
or whoever.
Liv credit.
And
Liv-
that's all
Liv
good.
at-
That's who I was
Liv added
pivoting
the bag
into
work.
anyway. Maurice, let me hear your opinion on it, my boy.
Liv
Um,
added the bag work.
Again, this is a match that was pretty solid. I agree with you to an extent. I feel like they were kind of lost in the sauce at the beginning, but like they picked it. Actually, they started off pretty good. They did a good job. I'm lying. They did a pretty good job. It's a fun match. Very like A-B structure, but like that's fine. That's kind of all you need. Liv Morgan, of course, she's not the best wrestler in the world. She definitely is a wrestler, far from the best. But when it comes to her work with Iyo Sky and things of that nature, they have not been the best recently, at all, ever. So people's expectations coming into this match were low, which is why I probably see all the high ratings. You don't expect when you expect something to be super duper bad and it ends up being solid, you kind of overrated, right? Like you kind of like think, Oh man, this match is actually they're cooking because of how low the standards were. I think that's what's going to happen with this Liv Iyo match as time progresses. People will watch this
100%
match
agree.
back and go, you know what?
I'm gonna watch it back
This
tomorrow.
this is at the best of 3
See if
star.
I can understand what
This
they
is
did.
not some all time classic. I got people who I know are rating this match a 3.75, a 4 star.
It's a
Whoa,
2.5
whoa.
at the most.
You're absolutely ludicrous.
Who rated that a
Insane,
4?
delusional. Absolutely insane if you think that this is
What
4
the
star
hell?
375
What'd you
and
say?
anything above it. I think we did see one of
Wait,
the
we haven't
better
got to
matches
him.
tonight.
Yeah.
I have to disagree with you on that. I think this match definitely did hold its own. This was one of our better matches of tonight. Do I think it's the best match of tonight? No. Do I think it's top 3, 4? Yeah, on a 6-match card. Yeah, and that's a good thing. I definitely disagree with it being the second worst match.
I think
of
it's
the
the
night.
second worst match.
I think it's better. Timeout. I think it's better than the men's tag. I do think it's better than the men's tag match.
I
also
disagree.
think
We
it's.
just
I
disagree there.
think
That's
it's.
fine.
I think we both agree with this that it's much better than that Nicholas Aldison match that we saw with Gunther.
It's better than
I think
that. It's number.
definitely better.
It's better
It's
than that.
definitely
That's
better.
the worst
And
match
to,
of the
to
night.
be
We all
fair,
agree on that.
to be fair, Nick Aldis, the bar, Satan's probably doing pull-ups with it right now. If that's the case.
No, the bar's in hell.
But wait,
Whoever
hold
said
on.
this match
We gotta move this
is a
along a little bit. We gotta
4.
move this along a little bit because
A
you know,
4
still not
Absolutely.
trying to get my head taken off.
What the
One love. CD. Yeah. Let me hear your opinions on this, and then we gonna get to CJ.
You know, you actually gonna get a good response from me. I actually think this is the third best match of the night.
What the fuck?
What
I actually
do you
like this match.
watch? That
This was a good
that
match.
10 that 10 can't be legal. That
What do you
10
mean?
can't be legal.
That 10 is not
What-
legal.
That
Wait, can I
there's
explain?
no way.
Can I explain why it's a good match though? Because you just said it was a good match.
Go for it.
What? Wait,
Yeah,
what?
like it's a
What's
problem when I
the
say it's a good match.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What's your
Yeah.
rating for it, CD?
I think it's a 3. I think it's a 3 stars, honestly.
Fair.
I think I will low-key originally
have
had it
that
as a
too.
3.25, and that's due to the fact that Iyo did that reversal of the Oblivion. That Oblivion reversal was like that was
Oh, that
great.
was smooth.
That's the reason why I gave it a 2.5, but I wanted to be fair. I just gave it a 3. I think this match exceeded my expectations. I came into this match thinking like, oh, it's gonna get like 7 minutes. They're not gonna get that much time. No, they actually got a longer time, and they actually used that time very well. I think that this match was really well. Liv isn't the best wrestler, and we all know this, but she's going to be against Iyo, who is probably one of the best, not if probably the best female wrestler in the company, right next to Lyra and others. But still, like
I'm pretty sure that was their longest match they've had together.
well, we know the reason the time got cut short, but I don't want to like stay on that topic. I think that this match for me is the third best match on the show. I do think it's better than the men's tag. I do think it's funny enough. I think it is better than Gunther and Aldis, which I have as the fourth best match. And I do think is the women's. Well, both the six tag matches is better than that, and then the Gunther Aldis is better than that. And then obviously, it's the third best match on the show out of the 6-man card. Now Reese is losing his mind. I don't know why Jalen Brown's losing his mind over there after I just said it was a good match. Because you didn't know up until this point that I had this match as the third best until I said it. So, like I said, this match
with the way you
very
were
good.
defending Gunther and Aldis, I thought
Yeah,
it was
a great
like in your
match.
top, I thought it was in your top
No.
2. How is it 4?
Oh no. No.
Can I get production to switch our prompts and whatnot real quick? Look, man,
Well, hell, CJ didn't get to go.
This is crazy. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, CJ.
CJ
Third
didn't get
best
to
match?
go.
I know you. I know
Third?
you gotta go. But the timeout. Just I got some questions to ask. Core values.
Here we go, bro.
I want to know what makes Gunther Aldis is the fourth best match you said, right? What's it better than tonight?
I do think it's better than the women's tag match. I think it's slightly better than the men's tag match.
It's better than the women's tag match.
Yeah, in my opinion, yeah. Now stay on it.
How?
What do you mean how? I do think the story, like, granted, like, people don't think the story going into the match is like that good, obviously, because it's general manager. But honestly, I like the story how like Gunther's like, you're a failed wrestler, you're
Turn
like
the
this and
live
that.
off.
It was
Wrap
pretty
this shit
okay.
up.
It wasn't the best story like
Hey, bro,
ever.
I'm about
It
to
wasn't the
go.
greatest.
Hey, wrap this shit up. Get the live.
CD,
Now, can I stay on it? Can I stay on it?
hater. I am a
Hold
Bella
on,
stay on it?
hater, and
Can
we
I
are
stay on it?
and I
Can I stay on
still
it?
like that match.
Can I stay on it?
Just switch to
Can I
host.
stay on it?
Everybody, hold on.
Hurry,
Everybody,
switch to
hold on.
host so Just can leave.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
You gotta wrap it up.
Okay, I got you. We'll do a switch out. Thank you just so much for joining us. I appreciate you.
Peace out, Just. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Just leave. What are you doing?
You know what?
Get out of here, bro. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Bro, I just can't. I can't believe that. Like,
Yep. I didn't say the story was the greatest, but the story going into it was like 5 out of 10. But it gave me what I needed to give. Honestly, like, you're a failed wrestler, blah blah blah. Okay, all right. Nick is basically proving that he's not a failed wrestler, which honestly he went and showed out in the match. Like, he showed that he wasn't a failed wrestler. He gave us a solid, good match. Really good match with all the holds. It wasn't that many chops, obviously. We also had like the false finishes and the submissions and whatnot with the rear naked chokehold and whatnot. We also got the clover leaf, the Kingsman clover leaf, or whatever he calls it. That was some solid stuff too. Seeing that, it was good seeing that. What's another reason too? I also think this is the fourth best match. I also like the heel work that Gunther was doing. I pointed this out earlier, like in the match where like he went to Mickey James, like just basically like saying like, oh, like your husband's this, that, and the third, like basically like he's trash, like he's a fail, like basically just being the heel.
okay, I'm
Now,
gonna ask you this question again.
Okay.
Because you have yet to answer it. So maybe now this time you can actually do that.
Okay, fine.
Why do you think the match, not the SmackDown segments and the Raw segments,
The in-ring
why
storytelling.
do you think the match between Nick Aldis and Gunther is better than the Bella Page versus Fatal Influence match?
In-ring storytelling. The in-ring storytelling is better. The in-ring storytelling. Yeah, it's the in-ring storytelling, and I stand on that.
What's the in-ring story of Aldis and Gunther?
The in-ring storytelling is that Nick Aldis, who was supposed to be a failed wrestler, right? He's a failed wrestler. Essentially, going into it, he's a failed wrestler.
That was a part of the story.
I will agree.
So I'm confused on what we're doing. You over here doing this, Reese, like you don't know what's going on.
What do they tell inside the ring?
Oh, what they tell inside the ring? That Nick Aldis still has it, and he's not a failed wrestler. He still has it.
He still lost. He still lost. He failed.
Does that okay? First of all,
that's it.
That's your
and let me tell you this, Mr. Corbin.
Wait, hold on. First of all,
is that it?
I don't. First of all, I don't even care that. The in-ring, the in-ring story. I gave you a reason. You asked for a reason. I gave you a reason, which is one.
That's the summary. That's your takeaway from the Nick Aldis match.
Yeah, the takeaway is the in-ring storytelling is better than both the matches, and I said
the takeaway. I just want to make before I respond. The takeaway from the Nick Aldis Gunther match for core values was Nick Aldis was told that he was a manager which isn't part of the ring. Nick Aldis proves that
it leads to that match, by the way.
Yes, in-ring storytelling is different than outside the ring storytelling. They're two different things. So your takeaway from the match is that Nick Aldis can wrestle now again after 1,000 days. That's your takeaway.
Well, not that he can't wrestle now. No, I wouldn't say all that. Well, I will.
He can wrestle.
Well,
that's your takeaway. You just told me
he can wrestle. I had no idea he could do that.
It's not that. It's the simple fact that like he went into this match as told by Gunther and in kayfabe, like you can't wrestle. You're a failed wrestler. You can't. You can't do what you used to do. You're failed. And then he went into the match and proved Gunther wrong and put on a solid match.
If Fatal Influence
telling the in-ring storytelling.
If Fatal Influence told the Bellas that they couldn't wrestle, and they went out there and wrestled that night, would that would that do it? Is that gonna do it for you? Like because funny enough, the storyline with Fatal Influence and the Bellas going into SummerSlam was trash, honestly. if Fatal influenced the SmackDown before their match.
One story
tonight,
going
right?
into the
On
show was
Friday,
trash. The other one was like mid.
On Friday, we're talking about the in-ring story. But you're saying if on Friday, Fatal Influence said, look, Bellas, y'all can't wrestle. Then they go out there and have the match they have tonight. Even if they didn't tell the same story beats, the fact that they wrestled and did some grapple moves.
I probably still wouldn't be moved.
That would have
I'd
been
probably be
enough
impressed.
to move the
I'd probably be
needle for you?
impressed. I'd probably be impressed, but I wouldn't be moved.
Core value,
It's the
sir.
same thing you just told me about Gunther Aldis.
All right, boys,
Nah, not really.
if I can interject, I didn't come in a little bit late.
Well, you're getting
Y'all
a
shoulda
little.
got
Because the difference is Nick Aldis is a better wrestler than like
No, he's not. Please don't say
Yes.
that.
Core values.
And I will say that. I will say that.
I despise the Bellas, and I still like that match more than Gunther and Nick Aldis, and I like Gunther
And
significantly
y'all
more
can
than
like
the
that.
Bellas.
Y'all can like what y'all want to
Nikki
like.
Bella
Y'all
is
ain't finna change
literally,
my
if
opinion.
I
But
have the
I
word
gave
hate
you
in
a
my
reason on why the match is better,
vocabulary,
and
Nikki
you're
Bella
still
is a
still
reason.
not satisfied.
Hey, real quick.
I gave you the reason. Who
Did not get to
cares?
comment on this match. Or no, the last
Next subject.
one.
Next subject, brother. I gave you the reason.
We're
He's
gonna
satisfied.
We gotta go
All
back
right,
to
all right,
we gotta go back to
Reese,
Liv and Iyo.
Reese CD, I have no idea what's going on, but all I heard was y'all talking. CJ, I heard you didn't say anything. Go for it, my
Liv and Iyo.
I feel like we moved on. Are we still talking about that?
Liv and Iyo. All
Well,
right.
you didn't get you were the only one that did not get to say anything about Liv and Iyo.
All right, let's.
I thought it was good. I look, he was close to the CD. I thought I had a 3. I had the same as the main event in the tag match. I didn't see the women's tag match. I thought it was like the only match tonight that like actually had like a beginning, middle, end that it like flowed and they didn't like drag it or anything like that. So
Okay.
no, I was satisfied. It's a good opener. They didn't do too much. Weren't too many reversals or kickouts and all that. Like
I love the ending.
they had a straight up match, and the interferences didn't overdo it. I thought it was solid. Good opener, 3 stars.
Solid.
All right.
All right, boys. So look. I don't know what matches have you guys already gone over. I've obviously joined a little bit late. You guys had the host with the most, but clearly he's not.
Did y'all go over the Cody and Punk match by any chance?
We
Hold
are
on,
done
one
with
at
the
a time.
main
Please don't
four.
forget what.
No, we are done with main four.
Thought so. Okay.
All right.
We have not gone through the top 2.
Y'all only talked about the first 2 matches so far.
No, we didn't talk to.
No.
They talked about it with AO squad, but they didn't talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, we went through it.
All right, Reese, please bring our next prompt.
We just didn't go through Punk and Cody and Oba Brock. Yeah.
Brock.
I'm not sure if Reese is having an aneurysm.
Someone's having it.
No, I'm saying we don't need to. Yeah. Ooh.
No, there. Oh, why is it saying?
All right, ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen,
Nice.
we are at one of our co-main events. Actually, if you are currently watching anything WWE related, somebody is very mad that this did not main event. I kind of agree with him. I see where he's coming from. But boys, Punk versus Cody Rhodes. What did you guys think? Let me hear from the man with the plan. Let me hear from the man with the hat. Come on, Jaden. What do you think about this match? Punk versus Cody.
Honestly, let get the first thing out of the way. It was the best match on the first night. I had it as a 4.5. It was like inches away from being a 5-star, but honestly, I don't know what it was. Something about it slightly just took it away. Genuinely, I predicted the Randy return before the match started, so that was another added bonus of just like enjoyment of watching. The match flowed great. From what I heard when the AO squad and Reese and Just were talking about it, like Reese, your point of the way that they managed to attack the certain parts of the body that would weaken their chance of using their like finishers, with Cody going after Punk's leg or Punk going after Cody's arm so he could use the Anaconda Vice. It was just strategic. And Punk did amazing, sacrificed the body for big spots. He went for a moonsault. Yes, he missed, but the attempt was there. I gotta respect it.
Also, the moonsault with the missing kind of helped sell the leg a little bit better.
It really did, honestly, because it just made it seem like, oh, he fucked it up because his leg is in massive amount of pain. Work. I mean, yeah, that selling was what made me very happy about the match, because there was a point where one of my favorite points of the match was, it was so simple. It was Cody He got chopped twice, fell into the corner of the turnbuckle, and he's sitting down. And Punk goes to knee him with his bad knee, flinches in pain, and then switches to his other knee and gives him a couple with the good knee. And I was like, that's how you. I'm like, it's perfect. Like they sold well. The big nasty bumps. Charles Robinson even took a huge bump that didn't connect fully on that Cody cutter.
Yes. All right, keeping it moving. CD, I heard you're the controversial king today.
Yeah, you're saying some bullshit.
What did you think about Punk versus Cody?
I'm saying bullshit.
Indeed. A little bit right now. I don't understand your rating scale right now. It's confusing me. I'm
about to get into a match that I think is the best match of the night, which is number 1 for me.
I'm glad we can all agree on this one.
Yeah, we're all gonna agree on this. To be honest, I think it's the best match of the night. I do think like the selling on the injuries was very, very good. Obviously, Cody's arm, which he uses to do the crossovers and whatnot. Punk's knee, obviously, you did very good selling that. To be honest, I think the match as a whole, from start to finish, was really good. I don't think they had any slow points, funny enough. We obviously had a rough spot. You had an idea that Randy was coming through, and obviously my good came through. Obviously. Now the question is, does that return take like points off or like anything like that? For me, not really, no, because I kind of expected it to happen. To be honest,
Randy to turn, or
I expected Randy to like come in. I expected him to show up. Honestly, my rating for this match, honestly, I said this too in chat. I do think this is a 4.5. I think it's a 4.5. And the thing is, like, I really wanted to give it a 4.75, but the only reason I didn't is because I felt like the ref bump was just like, I felt like it was so obvious, like it was such an obvious, like it was like, oh, okay.
It was obvious when Charles Robinson took it. It just didn't connect properly.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like it's like they tried, but it's like I get what they was going for, but it's like I guess. I mean, sure, but overall,
takes away from a match overall though.
It can sometimes. It can.
I feel like. Well, okay, so I feel like. Well, here's my thing though. That thing looked at a little too obvious, like it looked at it very obvious. It was like I've seen that come. If it was out of nowhere, it was like oh shit. Like so if it was like that, it was like okay, it would have been a different story. But it doesn't take away from the match fully. I think this match was the best match of the night. Cody had but probably one of his best matches ever since he came back in 2022. I think Punk, in my opinion, we need to start having conversations about Punk being in the top 10 wrestling conversations of all time. I think he's first of all, I think he's there for me. He's at my 10th spot now. He moved up because of that match.
Me too.
Punk is in my top 10 now.
Solid.
Mine as well.
Because of that.
Right.
I think both men did really good, but I'm gonna pass the sticks to somebody else.
I'm gonna keep it on moving. Let's go to the man with the weird beard. Also, by the way, CD, the aviators and the Gucci sweaters got you feeling a little different over there. You look like money, smell like cash. Mr. Jordan, Mr. Zane, what you got to say to me, buddy?
Okay, I'm going to rant a tiny bit. So I just got to say, I am tiny bit upset on a couple things. So I do believe this is the best match of the night, bar none. Feel like it was very great. I don't have it as high as some other people. Heard some, comparisons to Punk Roman. I do believe Punk Roman is not a lot, but better than this match. I have Punk Roman as a straight up 5-star. I believe this match was a 4.25. The reason I have a problem with this match is a couple of reasons. One, I do believe that as far as comparing the match, you do like this match had, the interference from Randy, which is okay. CD points out the ref bump. I agree about the ref bump. I don't think the ref bump was bad per se. I do think it wasn't substantial enough for the match. I mean, all it did was provide, Randy, which we'll just go into that. Randy has no reason besides a back injury to take off 3 months or 4 months at this point since WrestleMania. And then you come back and thank you so much, Randy Orton. We're so glad you can take 4 months off and we can count on you to be our next reason that Cody can't just turn heel. And I am tired of it. I am mad. I am over. And I don't care. Everybody's like, oh, I'm so happy Randy's back. It's like, I care about this feud between Cody and Randy less than I ever have now. Like I do, like now we get it after SummerSlam. Yippee! And the months from September to December are like, woo! When there's not a big pay-per-view besides what Survivor Series? Are these two going to be on opposite War Games sides? Are they going to have a Survivor
Maybe Money in the
Series
Bank.
match that
Maybe Money in the Bank,
nobody cares
low-key.
about? Like I said, it is a legitimate grievance. I am like, as good as the match was, why are we doing everything we can to prevent Cody turning heel? Now we have, like, you got to think, Randy costed him the match. So now Randy's going to be a heel in this again, just like Mania, where nobody wanted to boo him. And we're going to have a face Cody Rhodes. So yes, it is a 4-2-5. It loses points for the useless Randy return that is going to lead to a feud that is not going to pay off. And for the fact that there is no heel turn afterwards. And I'm going to land my point with this. Reese talked about it during the live reaction. Oh, well, Nikki and Brie Bella went heel. So you know how WWE is. They can't have two heel turns in a row. Why not? Why not tonight? Why it's Cody Rhodes? And we knew it wasn't going to come. So that's a bigger reason why it shouldn't have came. It should, like, you know what? We knew that there wasn't going to be two in a row. So you know what? Give us two in a row. Swerve us that way. Please just give us the Cody heel turn. That is it. I am done.
Okay. We just got 3 takes on the overall match, but I want to ask a question to CJ before I jump into the question of the match. Do you think Randy's, because I just heard that it's going to be a wasted return by Randy. What do you think is next for Randy? What do you think next for Randy Cody? Before we get into your opinions about the match.
You're asking me?
Yes, sir. Mr. CJ.
Oh my. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Obviously.
I think I asked the wrong person, ladies and gentlemen.
These guys have been feuding since the birth of time. Obviously, there's so much they can continue to bring out of this. Oh, no. In seriousness,
I was about to say, what's the real answer, CJ?
I thought Cody and Randy had pretty good chemistry. Like back 10, however many years ago when they did the storyline with Cody getting fired to Mania,
their best
I don't think they stuck the landing on their match, but like even then, like I think they work well together. So there's something there. I'm not like wholly negative on it. I don't have as much. I don't have as much
disdain for Cody like the man in the suit.
Everybody else, I don't really care, but I think they work well together.
Okay, what's your opinions on this match, Punk Cody? What do you think it ranks for?
I agree with it. I thought it was the best match tonight. I am not as high as everybody else. I'm at 3.5, which I enjoyed it.
3.5 is cool.
The limb work was very interesting. The limb targeting. I think Punk abandoned it a bit late, but I struggled to find I guess they're both faces. And I guess they're trying to the desperation story was kind of, but I struggled to find a real good bad narrative, which isn't needed in every match. They were physical enough. It's just it dragged a little bit. I thought we could have wrapped it up a bit late. Some of the kickouts is not my style. A lot of reversals there at the end. The high drama stuff. That's usual for a main event style championship match, which is it's either your thing or it's not. Not really for me. What else was the run-in didn't bother me much at all. I thought it was fine. Just Cody's jumping kept jumping off his stuff.
Cody jumps, man.
He did a cutter. He got up. He did a disaster kick. He did.
He's doing springboards, brother.
Bro springboards more than Will Ospreay, man.
And the next move he did a Cody cutter and bumped into the ref again. I was just bro, it's all right, bro. Calm down. Other than that, entertaining. I thought the most entertaining I've been by a Cody match in a very long time. So shout out to these guys. Shout out to Punk.
All right. And lastly, the man with the tie. Angry inside. Green.
Probably.
He's so over it.
Reese,
gonna go off.
what do you think about the Punk versus Cody match? Where do you think this does for Cody's career? I know you're a little bit of a Cody hater, So do you think Cody did his thing with this one? Are you able to give Cody his props with this one? What do you have to say about this match?
Well, Cody Rhodes delivered, right? I usually don't give him credit where it's not due because I don't give people credit where it's not due. But Cody Rhodes delivered this night. Him and CM Punk, they did what they needed to do.
I love
They put on a
them.
good match. I have it as a 4 or 5 that might change overnight. I'm still on the high of it. I think it's amazing. I think it was a phenomenal match. I love everything in the match, from the limb targeting to the moves with purpose. I love it. I love it so much. I think it's probably Cody's third or second best match he's had. I think it's better than one of the Roman matches. I don't know, that's high for some people. I don't have the Roman matches as high as I used to. But with that being said, Jordan, I'm going to disagree with the point that you made, right? And I agree with you at first. I agree with you at first when we did the live. But then I did some thinking. And then I did some soul searching.
Probably wrong.
You know, I think Cody not turning heel is a good thing. I think Cody Rhodes not turning heel is
That's interesting.
positive. And I know it doesn't sound like it sounds like I'm
different.
turning heel. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like I'm turning heel. Because that was you have not gotten that sentence out of me for a
that's,
long time.
Even I'm shocked.
However,
Holy.
this is my mindset. I know, Jordan, walk it off. Take your time.
Do some jumping jacks. Do some jumping jacks.
Do some jumping jacks. Do some pull-ups and watch this later. Jane, while I got you here, look. I think Cody Rhodes not turning heel is a good thing. The reason why I think him not turning heel is a good thing is because right now there is no other top babyface to take that spot. And I know you can just make one, right? Like, sure, you could have a CM Punk be the top babyface. You could have a young superstar be the top babyface. However, does Cody's character require a heel turn? Does Cody's character at this stage where it's at require himself to turn heel? One thing that I admire about lots of my favorite characters, even in fiction, is the resiliency. Like, despite all the bad going on, the fact that you didn't turn, the fact that you didn't go to the dark side, that is what to me could define the character of Cody Rhodes, and I would be fine with it. It's John Cena-esque. I still think that Cena, and that's a lot because I don't think Cody Rhodes is nearly as good as John Cena. But with that being said though, I don't think right now there is a need for it, to be honest. There isn't really a benefit that Cody Rhodes gets or we get as an audience if he turns heel. Who does he attack? Who's the primary babyface? Right now, that's why a lot of heels are struggling right now. You could have him feud with Cody Rhodes, right? Do you trust Triple H booking a heel Cody Rhodes versus a face CM Punk? You do? After 2026, you do? After all that he's done, you do? After all the layups that he's missed, you do? I think that's absolute insanity. I think that we should do. I don't want to sound I don't want to sound I don't want to sound prejudiced.
You think a face Cody Rhodes can continue
I
be
don't
our
want.
path if we go
I
down.
hear you, Jordan. I hear you, Jordan. I don't want to sound prejudiced like Triple H himself. But do we not know about? Do we not know about? Do we not recognize the pattern with Triple H? Like, I mean, at some point we gotta understand pattern recognition.
So
like this is crazy. Like we gotta figure out at some point we gotta stop giving the guy who sucks with good ideas because he can't execute.
Is because everybody keeps coming up with an excuse in that room that they hear from someone like Maurice.
I know this is nuance for me. I know. I've never been on this side before.
Boys, Jordan, you're over there popping an aneurysm. Look,
they can't hear me.
Popping blood.
Jordan for 2 seconds. Boys, I love the argument. I love the talk, but we are here to review SummerSlam. You know, maybe there's a day that we can talk about should Cody Rhodes turn heel and really vent out these emotions when we got nothing but time. But the people are here to talk about SummerSlam. Jordan, you turning a whole different color over there, my man. Relax. Please, you have to hit out your stitches. Relax.
I got
that's really insane.
No, dude.
Wow.
I did hear some good opinions about this Punk and Cody matchup. I do want to give my 2 cents when it comes to Cody's heel turn. I actually do agree with Reese. Cody had the perfect chance to turn heel last year in that crowd. If he was not going to turn heel last year, he is not going to turn heel. And I do think it is good for certain people to have those characters. I do think Reese is kind of right. It is good to have those characters that, you know, you can always depend on as your face. The 2000s. Did he just tell me give me 10? Melanie, please.
Oh, thank you.
I'm lost.
So Steph, I got a epiphany. Look,
A Reese Epiphany.
What?
I believe.
A
What
Reese
are you
Epiphany.
talking about, bro?
A Reese Epiphany.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something completely different.
Yeah,
but,
me too.
No, I said a Reese
concerned
Epiphany.
I got you the first time, CD.
And then open your ears up. Good sir, Martin Luther King.
You're the one who brought up your epiphanies, Reese.
Yeah, you the one who talking about
touche. Let me dive into it real quick. So look, when it comes,
What up? I'm just chilling with babyface Cody Rhodes here. Just like, you know,
oh wow. Okay, so
while that's in the term, have you ever had a mayo sandwich?
What?
No, let's just move on. Reese, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, but before we
about.
do, I want to get the point I was trying to get across off. Steph, what you just said, and you and CJ agree on this. Me, not so much, but I think this could actually feed into the perspective. When a fan base wants a character to turn heel so bad, it ends up messing up that heel character to a degree where we criticize them like we do a babyface, like not babyface, but Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, where they can't draw heat. You guys would not boo a heel Cody Rhodes. The way that you guys are clamoring for him, the way that you guys want it so bad, I do not believe that if Cody Rhodes goes out there, you guys would boo him. Like, you guys clearly want him to turn heel. So when they give you what you want, you know what you would do instead? You guys would cheer for it, which is not what a heel is supposed to do, which in turn would maybe diminish some of the person in question, Cody Rhodes' heel work. Even if you do think that he's doing good heel work, but you're cheering for it, this in turn would put a negative notion to people who have the opinion of a Stephen and CJ on, hey, is this work really that good if he's a heel because of what he's doing if you're cheering for it? I think if you're going to sit here and have a guy like Cody Rhodes that you were going to cheer for anyways, because you guys are booing the babyface Cody Rhodes, you guys would cheer the heel Cody Rhodes. I think what you would rather do is John Cena it out and go, you know what? This character is going to be resilient and rise above the hate, and I think that would be fit for a character with much better writing. So that's how I personally view it now. I think that's the issue that some people have with the Tribal Chief Roman character, like a Stephen and CJ, where they were going, you know what? Sure, I get your taste, and I get to see why you would like this character, talking to a me or a you, Jordan. But in terms of how I feel of them as a heel, I feel like if you can't draw that heat, then I can't put you in these conversations. And we can talk about the reasons why they don't draw that heat. It's because when WWE sees you clamoring for something and they give it to you, instead of booing it, you're going to cheer it because it's something that you've been asking for, which in turn makes this person more like a babyface. So yes, you would be getting Cody Rhodes doing bad stuff, but you would cheer for the bad stuff. That's what you would do. And even like it just wouldn't work the way that you guys probably want it to work, knowing the mindsets that so many fans have. If so many fans are clamoring for this person to go heel, they're gonna just cheer for all the heel stuff that they do, and it's gonna be.
At some point, it's on the wrestler though. You got to draw.
Touche. However, but like you say, CJ, all the time, and we're gonna move on, Steph. Wrestling's subjective. What's not subjective is the crowd reaction that you're getting. And I'm not saying that a crowd reaction dictates how good the wrestler is, because we've seen good wrestlers get booed. What I'm saying is that you guys want a heel Cody Rhodes so bad, and fair enough, you guys can desire whatever your heart wants to desire, right? Whether you should act on it, that's different. But that's for a Sermon, not Franchise Network. What I do believe is that you guys wanting Cody Rhodes so bad to turn heel would in turn just make you guys cheer for heel Cody Rhodes. And that in turn would cause some criticism and negativity to what you guys wanted in the first place.
I just
I agree with Reese. Wow.
Yeah, you can go. I'll pass the step after, with this. I'm just gonna say I just love how you are ignoring. So it's like if this Cody Randy feud sucks, I'm blaming Reese, and I'm like 100%
Like I blame even
Wow.
Triple H in the stew.
anybody that
He
supported
does look like
this
Triple H
being
in that
good
button.
enough. Anybody that supported this being a good enough
I
reason
mean,
for
to
him
be
not
fair,
to go heel
Reese
yet.
made a good point. Reese made a good point though. Like if we see Cody turn heel, we is gonna cheer it, and it's gonna be like something that we want, but it's gonna
Reese,
backfire.
also, yeah. I know. I'm just saying. I just don't.
I hear you.
I don't
though,
see it,
Jordan.
man. Don't see it. Like
All
I said,
right.
when this Cody Randy feud is flat and just barely even doesn't even meet the mark, then
I got
Yeah.
so much to say to that, but Steph continue.
Look, boys.
wrong.
I want to
Wrong
give my
stuff to
2
say
cents
to it.
real quick
So much
before
wrong
we
stuff.
pass into, because I believe there's only one more match.
Mm-hmm.
There's a superstar that people clamored for years to turn heel. And yes, he did get cheers when he was heel, but he also knew how to turn it back into boos. That man's name was John Cena. Now, he might not have had an amazing heel run. I'm not saying he did. But that man knew how to change those cheers into boos. So I do think it's possible, even when, like CJ said, it depends on the wrestler. And I do think the work that Cody can do as a heel, I do think Cody is capable of changing those into boos. Hell, The Rock even did it when everybody and their mother wanted to cheer for him. He knew how to turn them into boos still. A great wrestler can still do it. Moving on to our main event of SummerSlam Night 1. Two meaty men stepped into a cage. The cage was engulfed in flames, and they called it hell. They called it a hell in a cell. How do y'all feel about the Oba Brock match, potentially Brock's final match? I want to kick this off with you, Jordan. Then I want to move to Jaden. I'm only telling you guys both who I want to go to because I have to run off screen. I'll be right back. Your host with the most will be back. Yes, I'm the host with the most. Jordan, what do you think about Hell in a Cell? And also, do you think this is the last we've seen of Brock? Take your time, my brother. I'll be back. Jaden, you're next.
I think 3.
Okay, so I thought the match was very good. I did think it was the best of their trilogy. I do think that this is hopefully the match that their rivalry will be remembered by. I thought that the match could have done a little bit more. And I know everybody doesn't like hearing that really praise the match. And I think it's good. I do think it's the second best match of the night still. I have it at a 3.5. I do think it's quite a bit below the Cody Punk match. Just slightly above. You know what? I'll bump it up. I'll say 3.75. Little, at least one gap above the women's tag match. No, the tag matches. But a whole gap below the Cody Punk match as well. So I will say that I just believe that the finish was a little flat. It came kind of abruptly. I know that they probably didn't want to powerbomb him through the powerbomb Brock through the wood. I still think that maybe another table spot. I mean, you got to think in the second match, it may have only been like 6.5 minutes, but it took Brock like 7 F5s, including like one through a table, to defeat Oba. And in this match, just because it's in a Hell in a Cell, it takes it just, you know what I mean? It just felt like it took like they both just because there was a cell surrounding them, it felt like they both were a little weaker. And I would have liked to see just a little bit more weaponry. I would have liked to see just a little bit more just more. It feels like in these matches these days, except for the Drew Punk one, any match that has a stipulation lately feels like it's just kind of bare bones. But I guess that's them maybe trying to up the realism. But I guess with that, like I said, it's a 3.75, and I will pass that to Jay. Oh, well, before that, I will say, I do not think this is the last we've seen of Brock. I think there would have been a lot more indicators of this being his retirement match. I think he would have done more at the end than just pass the torch to Oba. So no, I do think Brock Lesnar's probably going to go till at least Saudi Mania. So, yeah. Go ahead, Jay.
All right. So I got Brock and Oba rated at a 4-star. A lot of the points that you had, Jordan, of like they could have done more with certain things. Obviously, I was making some outlandish claims like, oh, they're going to climb to the top of the cell and someone's getting powerbombed through the ceiling.
I said the same thing.
But, like
Dude,
obviously, more
30
weaponry
minutes,
should
we
have
were
definitely
talking
been
to
involved. Yeah, we were talking a lot of it up, but like they could have definitely done more with chairs. There could have been more done with another table spot. They could have added some other weaponries, potentially kendo sticks, maybe some other things like small stuff. I didn't mind I did like the fact that they did open up the floor of the like actual ring to the wood. I still find it. I did enjoy the tombstone spot onto the wood, but I just wish it should have taken more than one fall from Grace Powerbomb after Oba got out of it. Probably like at least two. I like Oba got hit with 3 F5s and kicked out. You should have probably done 2 fall from Graces at most, at least, to put Brock down fully. But there was a lot of things I liked about the match. It was the best out of the trilogy. I'm a sucker for a good Hell in a Cell match in general. The passing the torch moment was actually kind of nice, even though I don't really like Brock, but I can respect it. I don't think we're over with Brock yet either. The first time out, the WrestleMania one felt more realistic than this one to me. So that's why I was just like, it's probably is true that he's going to Saudi, probably against Gunther, honestly.
That's what I believe.
Absolutely. I had so much fun with this match. This match is one of the best matches I've seen ever.
Oba winning as well.
One of my favorite matches. It's a 4-star. I have it as a 4-star. I don't think it's like some 5-star amazing classic. But I had so much fun with this match. It's gonna go down as one of my favorite personal matches ever. Just personally as one of my favorites. I think it's one of the greatest matches ever. It's a stretch. But do I think it's one of my favorites for sure? Absolutely.
Fantastic.
No, matches. This will go down as probably like my 3rd favorite wrestling trilogy, and that's just a personal favorite. That's just how I would determine it.
Doesn't even crack my top 20. To be honest with you.
This is. I disagree. I think this is one of my favorite feuds. I love it. To me, it's gonna go down as one of my top 3, top 5 wrestling trilogies ever. I love Brock and Oba so much because it genuinely feels like I'm watching 2 titans collide, and I know that's happened a lot, but like I love Brock and Oba so much, and I do agree with you, Jordan. I do agree with you, Jayden. I wish in this Hell in a Cell match they just pushed the envelope a little bit more. I felt like it was a little bit flat than what it should have been. And I think that's just because we know the talent inside the ring. I think that also adds to it as well. Like, we know what you guys are capable of. We know what you guys can bring to the table. We know that you guys could have gone out there and done even better. However, I am satisfied with what they did put on tonight. I think they did do a good job. I think they delivered. They definitely delivered. We just wanted them to deliver more. I think that's your issue, Jordan. I think that's your issue, Jay. Sometimes is that it's not that you guys didn't do good. It's just that you could have done better. I'm not saying you guys stunk up the joint. You did the complete opposite. I just know you could have lit the match a little bit on fire, a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you got in the tank, and I know all the gasoline wasn't poured, and that fire could have been a lot higher. So I hear you. But personally, I loved it. I think it was great. Got it as a 4-star. 4-star to me. Anything 4 to 5, you're pushing the great category. I thought it was great. I love some of the callbacks, the Taker callback, even ripping the wood off. The only thing I wish, and I think it would have added to it, that instead of wasting those times where they were using the steel steps in the table, you could have used the cage and even implemented the cage with the steel steps in the table. That's my only thing. I just wish it felt like
they did with the table.
match. I just wish they set the table up on the cage, but like, bro, that could have been done with the ropes.
They didn't do much with the cage. They really didn't.
You could have done that with the turnbuckle. Like,
also, boys, correction. That was not a cage. That was a cell.
They didn't do much with the cell. They didn't.
All right, there was no hell in that cell, so it doesn't matter. There you go.
Have you not seen Brock's personal life? There was hell in that cell.
There's hell in that cell.
There was hell inside. There was hell inside the cell. Touche. I don't think the cell made the hell.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. Let's start with this hell. This hell metaphor.
He just he does belong in a cell. but that's besides the point.
Move on.
I don't know who hasn't gotten to go yet.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
That's
CD,
so
yeah.
out
We're
there.
going in order. We're going in order.
Allegedly.
So CD, I
Yes,
kind of want to switch
allegedly.
up just a little bit for you.
Mhm.
See, what is next for Oba? And were you satisfied with this match? 1 and 2. What is next for Oba going forward?
Okay, so what's next for Oba is Roman. I mean, yeah. Like, I'm just keep it quick, simple as Roman. I mean, y'all
Please
about to
come
be
back
shocked.
after that. After this discussion. Yeah, go ahead.
You know what's so funny? Y'all gonna be shocked. Y'all gonna hear this first. I'm gonna reference a past video where I said Brock's not top 15. I want y'all to hear me say this right now. Brock is top 15 in WWE history. Matter of fact, he's at my 13th spot. He moved up. What he did for Oba, he moved up. Yeah. He's not overrated. He's not okay. Listen, he's top 15.
Put the tape back
but
on. Your tape is better.
wait, hold on. Hear me out though. Hold on. What Brock did for Oba in this match, he put over a guy that we're going to be seeing for possibly the next 10 to 15 years running this joint. He put over a star. He made a star. Where Oba is now at a level where it's like, it's above and beyond. World Championship material. Future WrestleMania main event. Like, he's going to do so much. And then
He did what Triple H did for Batista.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. And I like the fact that the match, I like the match. I gave the match a 4.25. I really enjoyed this match. Yeah, they didn't utilize the cell, but I felt like the aura and like the enjoyment throughout the match was just very fantastic. I like the table spot. I like the fact that they ripped apart the ring. I like the the F5, the couple of F5s that he did. Oba popping up from the German suplexes, showing that he's still gonna be yeah, they could have did more fall from graces, but I don't care. I don't care about that. I really just enjoyed on what I was looking at. I really I really admired on what I was seeing like in front of me. And then the end of the match, when Brock he came back, he gave Oba not a handshake but a hug, which
that's what Martin
granted, like it might not mean much to like everybody else, but you have a lot of Brock doesn't give respect to many people. What he did for Oba, he got a lot of respect for him, and not to mention Oba's the black. So I'm kind of happy that he got put over as well. I'm kind of happy he did it for us. He did it for Kofi and Biggie, but that's besides the point. But yeah, no, but yeah, well he didn't do. We ain't worrying about Austin Creed, but listen,
Booker, no.
Never mind. But listen, when Brock said like, I'm the past, this is the future, putting him over in Minnesota, chef's kiss, amazing. You did the Brock is top 15 WWE. That match moved him up 2 spots for me, 2 spots, really almost 3. But this was a great match, second best match of the night.
I may not agree with this being the catalyst for a movement for you. Yeah. But I do agree that he should be within anyone's top 15. So I'm happy that you've woken up, my brother. And you know what? Martin Luther King fought for things just like this. The white man changing in your opinion because of a black man's action. I love it.
He still belongs in the cell, though, by the way. That's not like, hold on.
Legend. CJ,
go ahead. To the JJJ.
I agree. He belongs in the cell.
Hey, I know he belongs in the cell. I have 2 questions for you, my brother CJ.
I need y'all keep coming to me like last because like I'm lower on than everybody and everything. I seem like a hater. You know what I mean?
No. I love the hate because then someone gets to respond. But CJ,
this wasn't bad though.
I want to ask you.
I went 3 for this though. It was cool.
I have 2 questions for you, CJ. One, I want to know what you dislike from this match because you just gave me the mindset. But I also want you to do something for me. Can you rate my Oba pose for me?
Ew.
You gotta hold it longer one more time.
Yeah, you gotta hold that longer. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's terrible. That's terrible.
2 out of 10. 2 out of 10.
Y'all being too nice, bro. This is 0 out of 10. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll go 9.
Thank you, CJ. Thank you, CJ.
This is fine. I thought like they started off hot, like fast, like on the outside, like throwing blows, and then like after that, it's kind of just lost me. Brock Lesnar is not entirely entertaining to me on offense anymore. And like the I do like a good no sell. I'm a Goldberg fan, Ultimate Warrior fan, Sting
I
fan.
also did not like the no sell.
Like 4
I
times.
didn't mind it.
Like and just like his selling just in general through the match, like it's like like every move. It's like we do it like 4 times, and I start asking questions about like continuity, like like what actually does.
agree.
Like he's like popping up randomly at certain times and like shaking and I don't know. It's I don't know. It's
the last one didn't look convincing to me.
But,
were you feeling that too?
Cool.
Like the shaking when he was. The last one really did not.
Yeah, but it was like the 4th time he did it. So like I was like I don't know. It was, I thought the match was gonna keep going. I don't know. It didn't kind of abruptly.
Yes.
For me, going for a tombstone instead of his finisher.
That was it.
I guess we're doing Move Thief tribute thing for some reason. Cool.
He also had his
I didn't see the significance in it. I didn't drag on though. So 3 stars, cool. Physical match. Put over. I'm glad Oba won. I didn't see the post match. I hope Brock Lesnar never comes back. That'd be great for everybody, especially all the women in the building. Shout out Oba Femi. I think he'll do great things. Hopefully he gets his King of the Ring shot that he earned, that he should have had tonight instead of this, and dealing with people, who shouldn't even be on TV anymore. Should have been winning the title, but hopefully, I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him.
Can you address that before we end the show?
Oh wait! Before we end the show, go ahead, Jordan. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to address one thing because I heard AO Squad talk about it earlier too. I just wanted to put something out there because I know everybody's getting all in the moment, and they're getting all recency and I mean it respectfully. This is I love Oba too. I'm happy he won. I'm just gonna be honest with you. He's not getting a title till at least Mania. If you think that he's going to get a title from Roman at the next pay-per-view or anytime soon,
we'll be close to
because the company can't book. Absolutely, yeah.
No, you might be right about that, but I'm saying I heard people legitimately saying Oba is going to win or should or let's
he should. But this is where I interject. He should. The company just sucks.
Yeah, but I heard no doubt. I heard certainty. Does that make sense? I didn't hear doubt.
I'll change it for
that's
you heard.
There is out there. Oba is not winning a world title anytime soon.
I hear you. I'm saying that I have no doubt that the company is that stupid that is a possibility. Absolutely.
Okay.
But he absolutely should.
Everybody else as well, or does anybody else actually think he's winning it before the end of the year?
Do I think or should or do I think prediction wise
he should win?
Do you think he will win it at the end of the year?
He should. Yeah, no doubt about it. He should.
Do I want him to?
Do you think he will? No. Okay.
I think he should.
Well, I don't know. I don't think he will.
They usually do title big switches like that at the Big Four. So maybe.
To be fair, they are hyping up Money in the Bank like it's some big pay-per-view. So I don't know.
Money in the Bank.
I'm just telling you, they are hyping that up like it's some big Four pay-per-view.
Where are they hyping it up at?
When's the next time they go to Saudi? If they go to Saudi soon, maybe. They change Saudi.
Oh no, what I mean is
when they go to Saudi, that's the Crown Jewel Championship match.
No, I mean Reese is they keep promoting it don't forget October 10th, it's Money in the Bank.
Like I said, it's just respectfully.
They never really did it as much as
they've never promoted Money in the Bank. Is that what
I'm not saying you're missing what I'm saying. Just open your ears, brother.
Boys,
what I'm saying.
Y'all losing the point.
What I'm saying is, bro, they didn't put on it as.
Okay,
all right, fine.
As far as when Oba should challenge for the world title, I think that's a conversation that we should definitely go into further this Tuesday. I feel like that's a perfect opening.
I agree. Just wanted to point it out because I heard it from AO Squad too.
I think it should be rather soon.
Absolutely.
But, Jordan, I want you to get your notes, and I hope you're ready for Tuesday. Ladies and gentlemen, before we do round off the show, I want to give my little opinions on this Hell in a Cell showcase between these two. Because I actually agree with kind of every single one of you in a way, especially CJ.
Oh, you're just
I think the match kind of ended very abruptly. I think the play into the cell could have been used here. And I think this was the time to have them go all out, especially after taking a tombstone on wood. I think that was the time for Oba to roll out of the ring, trying to catch bearings. Brock's like, what the hell can I do? Brock goes out the ring and Oba spears him through the cage. I think that was the time to pop a spot like that. Hell, if you still want to do the ending right there, Oba starts hawking up. Brock starts trying to get up. He's all groggy. Oba spears him back into the cage, and then do your finish right there off the top of the cell. Fall from grace. Boom. 1, 2, 3. You could have done something like that, WWE. So that was for me. That would have gave me more cage play, kinky. That would have gave the match a little bit longer, and that also wouldn't have just gave us an abrupt ending, and it also would have stopped some of the no sells because I really was not a fan. I do get this is potentially Brock's last match. There's no real reason to have his moves look crazy punishing, but he hit like 5 F5s and what was the equivalent to 2 fall from graces that put him down. Also, after we get a spot on wood that doesn't put somebody down, a fall from grace on the mat looks so unimpactful. Also, the fall from graces tonight, I don't know if Oba was a little tired. He did lose some weight. Maybe he lost some muscle. But he wasn't getting Brock up like he usually do for them big ones. So the fall from graces kind of looked weak tonight too. But the match, I don't think that really took away from the match. The match was great. I still do think the match was great. I just think it left me some chicken on that bone. A lot of it. If I'm looking at you from the table, I'm going to pick it up and eat it. And then you got chlamydia, now I got it too. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed SummerSlam. And even more, I hope you guys enjoyed Saturday's Standoff Night 1 edition because we covered SummerSlam, and we'll be right back for Night 2. Now we need a name for Sunday's show. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Iyo Steph. We had the host with the most. Thank you to Reese. Thank you to CJ. Thank you to CD. Thank you to Just Who Is Him. Thank you to Jordan. Thank you to Jaden. Thank you to anybody who else joined the show today. I believe Mo was on the show earlier. Thank everybody. Make sure you keep up. We'll be back with Night 2. We'll be back Tuesday. We'll be back Thursday. And we'll see you when we see you.